Hi. What?
Three. What the fuck's going off here?
I don't know. Welcome to episode 334. We are completely on time.
Yes, no one knows.
Just everyone else's clocks is 5 minutes faster than mine, so we're completely on time.
Clocks.
Clocks.
We've got 9 seconds to go, haven't we?
No, we were broadcasting this. We were broadcasting the splash screen for a good couple of
Thank
minutes.
fuck for that. Yes, again.
And there it
Look,
goes
here
again.
we go, we're flashing.
Yes.
Fucking Windows 11.
Oh, stay away from that.
I'm already on it. It's too late. I was an idiot and installed Windows 11 the day it came out, which you should never do with a new Windows. No.
Can't you get a rewind? Can't you take it back?
Too late to do it
Roll
now.
back.
Too late to do it now. I need to format the drive and get back to 10, but there's so much fucking shit in their computer. I don't want to do it. Right, so who are we going to pick on first? We'll pick on Sean.
It's going to be one of them ones.
I'm on the Drag X Pro with Rybrian there. I've also broke out the Pandemic Edition clutch with the
Look at that.
Pandemic RDA on
Yes.
top. In
We were
there,
just
I
talking
have
about
got
pandemics, weren't we?
Well,
lemon meringue
Meringue.
from Rochford, and I am also on the V class. And in there, I have got some Rybury also. And that's me.
And that was Grizz. On to Mr. Aiden of the Little Bro Vapes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all fine. Because I've been a bit shitty of the last couple of weeks and what I've actually had, so I thought I'd dig a few things out. So I've got I know it's not matchy, but it is the Digiflavor Siren 4
Good
with
time.
the tube, which I quite like that. It's quite nice. In there, we got given some juice the other week from Elf Liquids. It's the Elf bar stuff.
Oh, the elf.
Now, the spearmint stuff were absolutely crap, but that is quite nice. That passion fruit and guava.
Ooh.
Mrs. has
I
been
weren't a fan
vaping
of
some of
them,
that
if I'm going
stuff.
to be honest.
That's actually quite nice. That we've got the Hadron Light with the Meson tank on there. In there, we have got some of the wonderful Crimson Seed. I love that. It's the best jam on the market, in my opinion, from our wonderful sponsor, Orchard Project. We've got the V1, which survived the bath, and it's been battered around. This thing is very, very good.
That is a good test for durability.
Yeah.
Though,
It
isn't
is. It's been dropped. It's gone with me everywhere. And as normal, we've got some pucker juice and blaze in there.
Some fucker juice.
Yeah, we've got the... I dug this out as well, which is the Soul Keeper
Yes,
I haven't
UL.
seen one of those for fucking ages.
from UL. And when you turn the lights off, it glows up.
Yep.
From Ulywell.
From Ulywell. Can you remember that, bro?
Yeah.
From Ulywell. And we have got the Tallow X on there. And in there we have got, and this is absolutely gorgeous, from Big D Vapes. This is the Sonata,
Yep.
which is an orange... What's up with my pissing Zoom today? With the California orange, which is really, really nice. And because we were talking about it last week, I thought we'd go a little bit elitist, and if it don't blow me up. We have got the Vicious Ant Spade with the Jenna on top. And in there we
Very
have got,
nice.
Yes, they're nice.
And nice.
Darkest Secret. The Darkest Secret. Now, I proper love this. Obviously, it's from Shy Tots, from Jane. It reminds me of like that sort of candy that you used to get when you were a kid, and like the sherbet dip,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
sherbet
sherbet
dip dab.
dip.
So I dance with my hands. Right. So you used to dip it one side and then the flavour on the other side. That is really, really nice.
It's really, really nice.
It's a bomb.
I fixed the button.
It's
That could have got very dangerous. That. So yes, that's me and done.
So that was Aiden. On to Adam from What's That Behind You?
3D printer and a damn fish tank.
It's a bottle of wine for Karen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you are all right. There you go, Karen. Just for you. Welcome
Oh, she
in.
back?
Not yet, but she will be, obviously.
Oh, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm letting the team down a little bit this evening. I'm on a massive mug of tea, right? I'm on the Flexus with some cherry fizz in there.
It's a flex. That's flexing.
Riot Labs. That's very nice. That's very, very nice. And 20 milligram.
Very nice. Very nice.
Vapes like that. Quite nice. And then I'm on the B60, which I had an unfortunate accident with mine. I think we spoke about it last week. I can't actually remember. It's been a long
Your magnets fell off.
My magnets fell off. But it's still going. It's still going.
Like you said, can't you just put a bit of super glue in them?
I'm just going to wait until I get paid and get a new pod.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which comes finally for like the rest of us on the 41st of January. And then to finish off, I'm on the Pulse AIO, which it's got a bit of a leaky button at the minute for some reason. But
Look at that cheek. Look at that cheek movement there.
oh
yeah. Gotta
And that's it.
suck a golf ball through a garden hose,
This
son.
is major suction there. Look at that.
Thanks, guys. I do try. But that's it. That's me done. ASMR, that. That's ASMR.
That's what that is, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So, it's his usual setup for me. It never fucking changes. Eclipse Dual. Close up on the paintwork of the second G-Class. It's still holding up, people. It's still holding up. Look at that. It's still on, unlike the original one that I got. Look at
Have you
that.
still been using it the same amount as well? Like,
Just
do you know
never
what I
in
mean?
my fucking eye. Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Let's get the peach custard in the monitor all the
Must
time.
have just
so-
been that one fucking.
Must have been a dodgy paint job because it was a pre-retail production run that I got. You hear again the fucking SL2 with the Blotto, filled with, of course, Mr. Rochford Project's The Black Vine, and of course Brunhild with the VS Dual, filled with
Achoo.
2019 Flu Cure. No, it's not. 2017, I knew it tasted different. 2017 Flu Cure from the fine folks over at Simply Leaf. And there we go, folks.
2017 was alright because it was before the pandemic, weren't it? So
Before
it'll
the
taste a bit better.
pandemic. Yeah, it tastes
That's
a bit
probably why
better.
you're not flu cured.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Did you see that? That was like magic. I made that noise and Grizz just went. And Grizz just went. I just want to say something.
Gary
quickly.
Outland.
Village Vapor, I can see OnlyFans isn't lost on Adam. I actually seen something. You know how we have recommended ads that come up on YouTube and everything else. Well, if you watch it on a TV or on a Fire Stick, it doesn't give you the recommended. It just shows any old random
It does.
advert. And I seen an advert for OnlyFans, right? But it weren't OnlyFans as in the real OnlyFans. It was cooking on OnlyFans.
What?
I was like, what the hell is this? I thought OnlyFans were for people like Zophie who wanted to non-flash the gash. But
Yeah.
still make a little bit of cash. So, but it turns out that they're trying to do they're trying to become a platform. So if anyone wants to see me do this for 2 hours, right? Because I will.
You might have something in the other end.
Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this for 2 hours, right? And I'll only charge £1 million per month. Because that's like the real money that you can make over there.
It's funny you're saying that because there's actually a woman who I know. She does like Funko Pops, but she's also a plus size girl. She's a big girl, so she tries clothes on. She doesn't show anything, but she just tries shows on. She just tries clothes on, and
she
obviously
puts the Broadway on.
Yeah, there you go. It's Chicago. Hey, she just puts clothes on, and there's certain men who like to pay $9.99 and rub one off to it.
Like I said,
Whatever gets
£1
people
million,
off, I suppose.
£1 million a month, 2 hours, like marathon.
Rebuildable Ryan. There's a name I haven't seen for ages. How are you doing, Ryan? Been a long
Yes,
time since
Shane,
I've
I
seen
did
that
get
name.
it, mate. I will get back in touch with you. It's just been one of them busy days.
And good evening, everyone in chat. We're just waiting for Sean. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's peeing in the corner.
He's peeing outside of me again.
Hello.
Hello.
I've got new neighbours, so I'm gonna have to explain to them why I keep going outside at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Or why the pathway stinks of piss.
Yeah. Well, see, I get shouted at with Lou for that. So what I do is I get a bucket of shit. So she don't really moan about the wee then. No, I get a bucket of it's disinfectant.
Zaflora.
Yeah, Zaflora.
Zaflora. I just go for a shit right corner.
Not as bad as that year when we were trying to get rid of the ants. She read it on Facebook that if you put some Jay's fluid down, it gets rid of him. What she didn't carry on reading was, A, you're supposed to water it down, and B, the meant outside. She put it all the way around the fucking kitchen.
Oh!
12 months my house, I smell
I
like
bet your eyes were burning.
Yeah.
I went to
bet your eyes
Expo
were
smelling of
burning.
it.
Oh.
Oh, we've got Jeff
Cheers, Alan.
Esposito. Good evening. But yeah, Grizz, you didn't miss anything. We were just talking about an OnlyFans advert that I seen on YouTube earlier on, right?
All right.
And it wasn't actually booby flash.
Was it Vic?
It wasn't get your minge out or like that. It was literally someone saying, cooking. Subscribe to people cooking on OnlyFans. I thought it's going down the route of trying to become its own platform. So I said, for £1 million a year, for £1 million a month, I'll do this for 2 hours.
Magic tricks, mate. That's proper magic, that.
Okay,
Does that not hurt?
Oh, do you know what? At first it used to kill me, but now look, it's absolutely fine.
Imagine
You
if it
see
was
that? The thumb even moved.
It's still alive.
instead of what's up, it's going to be what's that?
Yeah. You want to see what I can do with someone's nose?
Oh yeah.
But that moves us nicely on to, has Vic been really busy this week?
Oh, better get sharing on.
He has.
Sharing. There we go.
And Vic got took by surprise this week. He's
From behind.
Oh gosh.
From behind, aye. Oh. Yeah, he was a naughty boy. He wasn't even going to tell us this week what his job was at all. But Aiden found him. So you know, obviously there's been a little bit of a joke over the past
over Christmas,
past year, and over Christmas about Vic and the little drummer boy.
Fuck.
Well,
I'm glad how you fucking set me up for this.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I love it.
He's as you can see, he genuinely didn't think that anyone was going to know where he was.
That is
and then
full
Aiden
surprise.
jumped up,
Sat there in
him.
crowd who were thinking I didn't get him.
yeah.
And the best thing about it was, I didn't realise Fatima Whitbread was with him as well. Look at
Yeah, the drum. You see, the funny thing was as well is them drums is supposed to be about 2 foot off the floor, where his was touching the deck.
Well, it sounded like deck anyway.
That's the weird thing when you see drum keep on lifting. Now that's magic.
Yeah.
You know, like them old napkins.
The thing about it as well, I could see him talking to the bloke outside of him going, what fucking engine's this drum got in it?
It's a Yamaha.
It's vibrating all over me privates.
The best thing about it as well, the fucking coach going, don't worry about it, it'll be a 2-stroke later.
You look beautiful though, Vic. The only thing is your hat's like slightly off kilter.
Yeah, and it's slightly too big as well by the looks of it.
Yeah. It didn't cover your eyes though.
No, it
You're all
didn't.
right.
It did.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm glad, because them eyes are staring me in the eyes, in the very soul, right?
Deep down.
That is,
Eyes are
honestly,
staring me right in my eyes.
that was the most difficult wank I've ever had. But honestly, that's going to be burnt into my soul. That image of you just pure surprise.
Do you know what? The one that always gets me, what sort of, when I think about when we do these jobs, is the one when he was that dancer, when he was a Morris dancer.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that one.
No, that one. And the other week as well, the butt sniffer. That one.
Oh,
Really.
God,
yeah.
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 Do you
Breaking
know
kayfabe.
the thing is right about the fart sniffing one, right? That had to be the best placement.
It is.
Honestly, phenomenal.
Brilliant.
Breaking kayfabe. That is honestly
Breaking kayfabe.
breaking
Like
kayfabe from the
wrestlers.
job. Whoever put that picture together deserves a photo management position.
It
in
was.
some
It
kind
just
of big
looks
place.
seamless, didn't it?
It did.
Jenny is a legend. at Photoshop. I
Not
swear
Jenny.
to God.
Jenny's the camera lady. Jenny's the camera lady. Back,
Yeah, she
Oh,
takes the
sorry, I
picture.
thought
She
we were
takes the
still
picture.
breaking kayfabe and shit. I
No.
thought that was the crack. Sorry, mate.
It's
you're
all right.
smelling the
We'll go back
crack.
to real.
But yeah, so Vic, how did you find it?
Didn't like it. Drumming requires too much fucking exercise. Rather just sit in my arse and type in a keyboard.
And a bit of rhythm.
Yeah, and a bit of rhythm, which I don't fucking have.
Rasta
Yeah.
man
And I
alone.
did hear down the grapevine that you kept tripping over the drum.
Yeah, it was too fucking big. Way too fucking big. I lasted a day.
Bless your cotton socks.
Lasted a day.
Went
back to
went
YouTube.
on about it all week. About his mum got him a Yamaha drum. Totally ungrateful, Vic. Totally
The
ungrateful.
thing is, he straddled it and tried to ride it down the field, and it just weren't going anywhere.
Yeah, he was slapping it as well.
That's why it weren't sounding like Little Drummer Boy. They were going,
Well,
Vic,
it's,
you should- come.
The fucker said
wait,
Yamaha on it. I thought there was a fucking engine inside. I can go to the fucking shops. I'm great. I can get myself a steak.
You could hear band leader going, "Will somebody just get him a fucking triangle?"
Yeah.
The best thing is, guys, anyone that did subscribe to his OnlyFans, you can go over and see him in his uniform.
Yeah.
For $5.99 a month, he'll take it off.
Well, you can see him in his uniform, minus the trousers, but he has got sausages and suspenders on.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to look like something out of Hello Hello. Do you know, like one of them German officers?
Good
It's his
morning.
eye, eclair, chocolate eclair.
Good morning.
Good morning. He was brilliant, wasn't it?
How's the calendar coming on, lads? Paul Dolan has.
I loved El Willow.
God, we're going to have to sort this calendar out for the year.
What I'll probably do is, because it's nearly February now, we'll do the calendar for next year.
Yeah, it's
Or
nearly
you could
December
do,
now.
or you could do a June to June.
Well, because that's how long it's going to take.
Well, there's no point in saying March, is it? We're nearly in February now. Just do a June to
Stupid
June.
woman.
You
I
stupid
could get it
woman.
done. Wait, it's getting it made as well, innit? We'll see. We'll see what happens. If
We'll just
everyone
do it on
wants it to
Canva.
happen,
We'll do it
if
on
everyone
Canva. They have
wants
to
it to
print it
happen, then we'll sort
themselves.
it. We'll sort
Well,
it
I'm
out.
sure we could just do a few funny faces and do it as Vic's, like his jobs. Do you know, if you go, obviously, we
That
all.
last one you did
If you
there
ever
was
go
so
round
sick.
Vic's pictures, that's exactly the faces he's even got one of his mum. You know, he's gone like out on a family party somewhere, and he's sat next to his mum, and he's still going.
Oh no, that was in the way back from our cataracts operation. I was like, I'm going to take a picture of her sleeping.
It is very true. That is your signature look.
That
It's
is.
like on the bus. Just got to the office.
I suppose we could do the business year, couldn't we? April to April.
Oh, that would work. April to April.
Tidy in the office.
We'll do April to April. Or we could just, do you know what it is? We could just, instead of like having April, June, July, August, we could just have like random months in random places so people are going to fuck about and find which page it's on.
Oh, that would be annoying.
I was just about to say we could proper string it out and release a month a year.
Have two Octobers in there.
So no, because what I was thinking is, you know, like them old magazines that you used to buy, where you buy like a Death Star, but you have to pay for every
Little
piece.
bit.
Every
So it's
little, yeah.
It's 49p for January, but then 24.99 for February, £48.62 for March.
I
and
have a
nearly forgot-
mankini. Woo!
I nearly
Oh,
forgot
that'd be a great picture. That.
with Jeff out.
Yeah. No, he'd be under the mankini. He's more central than anything. They're on about you again. You're getting a shout out every week. We'll start charging you.
I used to tuck my willy up once.
What took him up?
Don't talk to it. Play with it, son.
Bless Aiden's Willie.
Yeah.
What is everyone drinking tonight? What is drinking tonight?
I'm
Might as
not
well let
surprised-
everyone know before people start to
to come in. I shouldn't really have this because of me hematoma global thing, but you know me.
You
But
what?
I saw it and I just so fancied a couple of cans of Guinness.
Oh,
So.
the draft stout.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Well,
Can't
I
beat
used
it.
to love the bottles.
Oh, you don't get the bottles now? I can't find them
went-
anywhere.
I went to a stage where I absolutely fucking adored Guinness, right? But I haven't drank Guinness since my 10-can stream on Twitch. I was dying the next day, honestly.
I bet the next day was rough.
I went on Minecraft with Stevie, and honestly, I was blitzed. I was getting chased about by this fucking green blob, and because I was pissed, I had no reflexes whatsoever. And obviously, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing in the first place, right? So that coupled with no reflexes,
You're just
fucking
fucked.
didn't have a clue what was going on.
Fucked. Yeah.
As well as I bet the toilet habit in the morning were not very good.
I am on some 19 Crimes 2021 Cab Sav.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, I'm not saying that because it comes out wrong. I started to say it, but I thought, nah. Not while we're live, son. Not while we're live.
It goes out. It comes out wrong. It's when it comes in wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good laugh that night with the 10 cans of Guinness. Like, oh dear me. I think it's the most viewed video on Twitch, on my Twitch.
What you
Fucking
drinking?
hilarious.
I
They love juice.
What am I drinking? I've just finished a massive mug of tea, and I'm now on the hard stuff. So I've got a big glass of water. You know,
Snap. Water.
Like last week, I got a little bit windy. So I'm gonna try and keep that away. I'm sure there are a fart and a burp that made the way out. So I'm gonna keep well behaved tonight. I'm gonna keep well behaved tonight.
It's when the fart and the burp both make the way out your mouth. That's the worst thing.
Oh yeah, that's what is it? A burp snort?
It's just like a bit of corned beef hash.
Oh.
That's the thing about
like
that's the
brown
thing about
sauce
corned
on
beef.
it.
I absolutely love corned beef. But if you have like corned beef hash or you have a corned beef sandwich, you're burping it for the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah. The taste just doesn't fucking
go
go
away.
away. It doesn't go away.
it's like
Funny thing is, I can't burp.
I
can't burp.
all the
I
fucking
genuinely
time.
can't burp.
Oh, here we go. We've got another one of those Andrews. I can't sweat. I can't.
So tell me more. This could be a strange affliction that could go on What's That Behind You. I've got a guest. Apparently he can't burp. But apparently he can't. You know what?
Right, you suck like loads of air in.
No, I've tried loads of times. Honestly, I kind of.
Pardon me.
I don't know. Like, do you know when you push it out, no bother? Like, I kind of fucking do that. I kind of. It goes in, and then all of a sudden, like, fucking about 3 hours later, once it's worked its way around my digestive systems, I'm like the fucking unfinished symphony.
Before we open the bag, right?
Hold on. I've not left on this yet. So what you're trying to tell me is, if you suck a load of air in, it has to go all the way around your system. It's like you're a fucked up boiler.
Yeah. I need bleeding, Lisa. I need bleeding.
Now we've worked it out. That's why you've got an extra fucking nipple.
Lisa, I've got a poorly belly. Get that bleed key out.
That's it. You're good like that.
Belly's gonna go down like that,
Yeah.
mate. If you imagine all that amount of air that you're taking in.
Yeah, well, that's why my belly's so big. You see.
Oh, say you might not be as fat as you think you
It's
are.
all to do with the air.
Yeah, it's all air.
It's all to do with the air. Well, that's what I'm telling myself anyway. It could be the kebabs and the parmos and shit. But yeah.
I think
Mr. Quick and William Dobson. Yes, it is a step up from Bishop's Finger, but I am a red wine guy normally.
I think what we should do is at Expo, we should all grab him from the front and the back.
Start
and
pushing it.
Push it.
Need more than the 3 years, mate.
Do you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you over my shoulder in May. I'm going to put you over my shoulder and give you a little tap.
Give you a butt.
Yeah, like you're burping him.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly, and we'll see.
It'll definitely take more than the 3 years.
To be honest with you, I never used to burp my kids like that. I used to proper grab them underneath the chin.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody thought I was fucking killing him.
Me and my massive cock. Oh, God, I'm ticking
Whack, 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 whack. You know, whack, 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 rub, 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 whack, 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 whack.
It was my mother who taught me that one because obviously I'm like that at first. I've got this
Yeah, I give
little
a
tiny.
fucking good whack.
I've got this little tiny baby like this, and I'm going, oh. And my mum went, "How are you going to burp him like that?" And I went, "What do you want me to do?" She picked him up. She goes, and he goes, "Brrr." great. That's how you do it.
What I sort of worked out is obviously I used to get the underneath the neck, and then I was sort of like used to get him in an angle, so it was like easy for it all to go up. You know what I mean?
I did the moving up. A lot of people just go like that, don't they? A lot of people just go like that. No, I'm one of them. Start at arms.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Dog's going, you've got the wrong one. You've got the wrong one.
They tried it. There was this video going about on YouTube, right, where they tried to create this machine that burped kids for you. So you sat them in this. Would you know that them fucking things that they bounce about and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Where you sat the kid in this fucking machine, and I don't know if it was a joke or what, right? But it was like a test video. So they put like a crash test dummy thing in, like a little baby-sized one, right? And then all of a sudden they set it away, and all of a sudden it just got. It was clearly fucked.
Smack the absolute shiznit out of it.
I bet you any money that baby burped though.
Probably.
Yeah. Especially when its head was just popping off.
Do you know what?
Right?
I heard some shocking news, and I'm going to do a plug here, a nice little plug. So my plug is to a Wednesday night. It's to 3 Men in a Vape Show. So while I was sat here doing a little bit of research for next week's video, for the week after next's video, I had it on in the background, and I heard something being spoke about. Obviously, it was Mark's birthday the other day.
Mm.
And then you started talking about Mr. B, and it turns out that me and Mr. B are I nearly couldn't get that out then. Me and Mr. B are the same age. I honestly thought he were a little bit older than me, and I don't mean that mean. I love you, Mr. B, but
Is that because
we're
he's
the
lost
same
his
age.
hair?
Yeah, well, yeah. So have I, but it's just really, really good at the front.
I didn't know that. Mr. B and you are the same age.
38 years young. Well, I'm 38 next month, so...
Fuck, I thought Mr. B was getting close to my age.
See?
I don't know what the fuck happened to me because I look older than all of you. I'm fucking 37. I'm the youngest here.
I'm 37, so we're the same age, Sean. It's all right. I'm 38 next month, so... but if you haven't already, get yourself over. It's honestly, I love the new cast that you've got. I'm just waiting for my phone call when Mr. B goes.
Yeah. And then we'll just change the whole name of it.
Yeah.
Last of the Summer Babes.
Yep. Be careful, Mr. B. I'm coming on as a guest. I'm joking. I actually, do you know what? I really, really like the dynamic. I love Harley and I miss Harley, but
Oh, I do, yeah.
the show is brilliant. So if you haven't already, get yourself over to Little Bro Vapes and watch 3 Men in a Vape Show on a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
I must admit, I was laughing on Wednesday when they were on about. I'd never heard the joke before. You said the joke had been mentioned before about Mark reading bedtime stories and that, or reading narrating the Night Garden. And do you know what it is? He has one of them voices. It's so calming.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Even when he's slightly irate, right?
Oh,
he
no.
he has such a calming voice. It's mint.
Oh no, he hasn't. Before we were going live, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
let's break kayfabe, right? We'd all go on, and we'd be a little bit more prepared than we are on here. We'd go on like half an hour before, so we could talk about things that we'd found and stuff like that. And me and Aidan would be like wired, ready for it. Because at the time we were like, come on, we're streaming. Aidan's on every single show, every hour of the day. And like we're like, come on, let's do this. And all of a sudden you do, fucking computer, fucking hate this fucking computer. And you go in, wait a minute, is that coming out of Mark? And Mark would literally be ready to rip the computer apart.
So I'll be sat there going to Mark, going, bro, don't worry about it, mate. Just take your time with it. He'll be like, will you fuck off? I'm trying to sort this out.
But I'll tell you something. His reviews, early days, were in the Night Garden. He very much explained it in a way that, and we said this before a few years ago. It's like he discussed it to you as if you were sat in front of him, and to be fair, it's exactly how it sounded. He sat there.
He used to do that with his hands as well. He used to go, so what do we think about it?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Come with me and we'll go and talk about it.
Yeah. Do you know what? I adore it.
It's that voice, honestly. It's just so calming.
Yeah,
Like I would love him to read me a bedtime story at some point. So Mark, if you're watching, please at Expo, please come read me a bedtime story. I would love that shit.
I think we should. We're doing a calendar. He should come out with his own book.
Oh,
Yeah.
Audio book.
Audio book.
Yeah, Jack the
because
Ripper.
Or the
Yeah.
Gruffalo. Get him to
The
read the
Gruffalo.
Gruffalo. Get him to read the Gruffalo.
What you on about? If I ever take
Actually,
time
do you
off,
know
I'm
what
gonna-
it is? Go on, Adam. Sorry.
I was just going to say, if I ever have time off, I'm going to have him cover. What's that behind you?
Oh,
Hey, Jackie, big love.
Big love, Jackie.
Hello, my
oh
wife.
Jackie.
Do you know what it is? I would love to hear him read like something like a Stephen King novel or something like
Oh, yeah.
something that's
It.
supposed to be really fucking scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like read it like
Cheers, guys.
there were an eye in his glass. There were an eye. Instead of Ice Cube.
Just
there
going off
were
the
an
subject,
eye.
I just want to say, you know, you get like them from Expo, you get them packages.
Oh yeah, the
So
fucking
come on,
yeah.
focus your shitting thing. So I got a smart pen, right? Do you know what the best thing about
Is
it
it
is?
leaking?
No,
paint's-
the
paint's
ink ran
lasted
out
longer
after
than
2
an alien.
days.
2 fucking days. Oh,
Thought to myself, it's exactly the same as the coils.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
You like a free rider? I hope Becky's all right, and I'm so sorry about the sad news, buddy.
Yeah. So then, boys, are you ready?
Yeah.
We have a very full bag. We have a very, very full bag, and we only have one bag.
We
as
only
well.
have one bag this time,
We only have
unlike
one
last
bag.
week.
We
Yeah.
nearly had
I
more
was
than one
so
bag, though, didn't we?
tempted. I was
Like-
so tempted, mate.
I know, but like a good little boy, I waited until Vic went, "You're allowed to put the bag up in the Facebook group this week." Like last week, I was really excited, so one just got popped straight in, and this week it was, Adam, you're allowed a little bit of responsibility. Go and put that post up. And-
People have time to still put questions in or not?
Yeah, yeah. So wait there. I've just got. Sorry, is my coil gone? I don't know how many other husbands.
My wife does exactly the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know how. Wait there, because I don't know how many other husbands have to deal with this. But yeah. Just
She had,
bear with me.
she had an obelisk, right, 60. She's been moaning today that it hasn't worked at work. I says, have you checked that underneath the coil hasn't been leaking in it? No, it's not leaking at all. She brings it up. It's absolutely fucking saturated. All the juice has gone down into the board.
Yeah.
I said to her, you've moved the coil. It shouldn't fit like that. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's there.
I went, no, it doesn't. I review these things. It doesn't fit like that. It's sad. No, it doesn't. That's how it came. I went, no, it doesn't.
Do you know what? Right, I'm going to name and shame Jackie here. Right, Jackie's just here in this door. She's literally just. She's just walked downstairs and gone. I think my coil's burnt. Right, I've literally
It probably tasted like burnt caramel, I'm guessing.
burnt
Burnt
caramel.
caramel.
It's like burnt arse. It's like someone farted in it, and it's.
I hope she did. I hope she did fart in it, then give you the vape.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I'll go show him, make him gip.
Watch this. Watch what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do to him live.
Watch this. Right, have you got some juice?
Can she burp though?
You
No
what?
wonder mate, no wonder it's burnt if you're worried if she's got juice for it.
Yeah, but these are the things, aren't they? These are the things.
Well, I filled my juice up about an hour ago.
Yeah, you've got half a pod left.
See, that's another thing I say to Louise. My coil burns out really fast. She sat there with about that much juice
Yeah, yeah.
at the bottom
Yeah,
of it. It's like,
just
don't
burning
do
out.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as it gets about halfway, start filling it back
Yeah.
up again.
Sorry about that impromptu entrance, but we have to teach these people these things. She could have put it in chat. I think the coil's burnt, but no, she'd rather come downstairs so we can show the people that this is what happens in the real world.
Good on
Right?
her.
It's all about the real world.
It's- Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, the
It's
wife
all about
of
the
an
bass,
ex-vape
about the
reviewer,
bass.
right? But I do want to give her a big congratulations. As
Fuck you, Scuba. Fuck you.
you guys know, she was struggling a little bit with quitting when she came to Expo in May.
Oh, she did really well though.
She did really, really well. Do you know what? She hasn't had a cigarette properly for
Oh, but
probably 2-3 weeks now. So we're
Oh, well done.
that's brilliant.
The
Hopefully
thing about
she's
it though
watching
is I always say to people who are quitting it, don't worry about the ones that you smoke. Worry about the ones that you didn't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
the
the
other way
ones that
around.
it's the ones that you haven't smoked. That's what
Smoke.
counts.
Yeah, they're the ones that are saving your life. And it
So-
can be very hard. And don't put that pressure on yourself. You know, like some people like a cigarette in the morning
Yep.
or after a meal. Have it.
So she said to me the other day, and this is she went, "You're not congratulating me a lot." I went, you know what? If I congratulate you, you'll feel like you've completed it. I'm really proud of what you've done, and you've done really, really well. But it's them steps in it. If I turn around to you and go, "You've done it amazing, and you've completed it, and you're now a non-smoker," right? That sort of puts the emphasis on you've done. Do what you want now. Go back and do what you want. But she's done incredible, and I'm really, really proud of her. So
You know, if you wanted to make that sound a little bit more sincere, you should have phoned my brother up and asked him to say it.
Yeah.
So then,
Wouldn't
ladies
it
and
sounded
gentlemen,
sincere? It would have been like he was talking to a child.
yeah.
Would have been class.
Watching him weigh him in and weigh him back out again.
I see.
I'm going to put a picture up. Fuck you, Scuba. I'm going to put a picture up because
I do like this one.
everyone's
fucking
fucking clicking on it. Nah, the one that you just put up, this one.
Oh, guys, I'm not that bad. Mr. Flatcap is in the hues.
Thanks,
See you,
Scuba.
buddy.
Thanks, Scuba. Thanks. This is
He put
what
in his pitch- he put in
I was
the
going to
picture
say,
up.
where have you put it?
it's on the cast. It's on the cast.
Well, why didn't you just share it on here so we
Yeah,
could
why
have
don't
seen
you
it?
share
All
with
right,
us as well.
fine, I'll fucking
Instead of going in
share
our
it.
cast,
Fucking
you
hold
lot see
on,
this.
Hold on. Remove that.
He's
How
left
do
the
I-
one on the cast as well.
How do
Just
I,
so
how do
you
I
know, Vic.
share something?
This whole thing's gonna go fucked up because you've
Yeah.
left the one on the cast. Oh, you've done it. You took it off. Well done.
I think
how
he's
do
done
I-
this before.
How the fuck do I share something in this? You hit the share button? Oh, right. So I need to... I need to
Do you want me to fucking share it?
I know I've got it. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I need to
I
do
just
that.
call to say.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, while Vic finds out what he's
It's
doing,
that one, and then I hit share.
there we go, Vic.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, you've got your screens in like
Yeah,
different
but now
positions.
I need to do window capture, add source, and
Is
then,
it me or does he look like Joe Pasquale there?
Yeah.
and then
I've had an accident.
okay, that's not fucking.
I know it's not get on your nerves.
Little
Hold
do
on.
we know, he had just jumped off the Yamaha drum.
Yeah. Still
Yeah.
got half it connected to his fucking mic.
Vic, do you want me to share it, mate?
Yeah, you
Yes,
share it.
just heard it.
No, but it didn't share on the screen because I don't know what the fuck I'm
Right,
doing.
hang on. Let me find the thing.
Fucking technology. I hate Zoom.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, next week our calendar will be out.
Fucking
Month
hell.
one is yours for £4.99.
Don't forget to get your tax returns in for 2024.
Oh shit! I've just seen on news that Donald Trump's back in power.
There we go.
2026, isn't it?
Right, here you are, Vic. I'm
Sharing should
sharing now.
still, yeah, sharing should still be on. So I need to do that. There we go.
We got there. This is
He
your
definitely
fault,
does look
Scuba.
like Joe Pasquale.
See,
Yeah.
you can date that picture because I had the white fan and it was the old blue snowball with the fucking ring thing right. So that must have been what 2015.
It's not just that, right? I'm quite worried about the lava lamp. You seem to have sat on it and it's come out top of your head.
Either that or he wants to look like Boba Fett.
Scuba's got fucking stacks of screenshots for me from the old days.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Stacks of
leave
the
that right
fucking
there.
The top photo looks like you're on a drip.
You can stop sharing now, Grid.
Sorry, man.
I've still got that fucker.
The top photo
He's
looks
still
like
got
you're
his
on a
drip.
trip.
Oh, please put the hat on. Oh.
No,
Look at that.
wrong with your blue Yeti. That's what I've got it.
Still got the
I
fucking
had it for
thing.
ages. I think did I give mine to Stevie? I think I gave mine to Stevie. I had one for ages till I got my shower.
Sure.
Shower.
Sure.
So then, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for me to empty my bag all over your ears? We have a very full bag, and like we said, we have only one bag this evening, so it's not that confusing. We're going to start off with Bluff.
Ah.
Planet Shuffle.
Yes.
Age. Can't remember. And so, after a bit of touching up with the paint and the restocking, which took ages, we have departed our solar system on the way to Huff Huff Nebula in our Nexus class starship. And after we are done, we are going to stop off at the biggest off license in the galaxy,
Yes.
the whole planet, basically. So you can imagine the piss up that's going to happen after that. To all the casters of the #1 vape show, you have been out for a piss-up, and the next day you wake up with the mother of all hangovers. What has been the piss-up event that has been to where you... Oh, wait. What has been the piss-up event that you have been to where you have been the most embarrassing thing... We're a bit confused here. Sorry, William Dobson. What has been the biggest piss-up event that you have been to? And what's been the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you? Aidan goes last, as he probably has to give this some thought.
Karen, no, I'm just going to say no, all of them.
Quiet, look. Just leave it, Karen. All right.
So, I'm going to say my wedding, right? And it's not embarrassing, but it was quite different. So, at my wedding,
the word different always makes it more worrying, doesn't it?
I know it does. Me and Jackie obviously had a few beverages because it's our wedding day, and we were doing our first dance. And while we were doing our first dance, in fact, I've got the video saved somewhere, and I will share it to Facebook at some point. But we were doing our first dance, and this is where a moment of contention comes between me and my wife, because her words are, "I dropped her," whereas the real term is "she fell over." She fell over. But we were doing our first dance to Mr. Big, Be With You.
I'm just waiting for you to get grief in chat.
I know, I'm waiting for it. But we were doing our first dance, and while we were doing our first dance, I was having the best time of my life with my best friend.
Oh.
And
that's lovely.
I can't believe you got Mr. B singing.
Do you know what? Mr. B went, we're nearly the same age. Do you want me to sing at your wedding? And she fell, bless her. And it wasn't embarrassing because it was fun and we were surrounded by friends and family. So, but I haven't really done anything too embarrassing over the years. It started wife beating from day dot.
Flat cap.
But yeah, that's my story.
So down there, woke up in the morning with a Clark sign on top of her head.
What about you, Vic? Yours has got to be revolving around Expo because you have seen you in some canny old states.
Nah, it would have been my 30th birthday party.
Oh dear!
It would have been my 30th at the Golf Hotel, which is now shut down. It's some fucking stupid Ponce Italian fucking restaurant where all the snobs go. 30th birthday party, me and my best mate Des, and a bunch of other people from the old work. I started drinking port and brandy in the same glass because I thought it'd be a good idea. By that time I was fucking out my fucking face, and I distinctly remember trying to break dance, and then I ended up in hospital.
Be like a scene out of Ant-Man.
Apparently I sprained my ankle or some shit like that. Yeah, never again.
See, I think Ian's got to go last, so I'll go next. I've got a lot to go through, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to go through them all now. I know Aidan whinges on about me taking too long with shit like this.
Yeah. So do it. It's to the fucking end.
It never ends. No, I am. So, anyone that watched on the Misfits when I showed my wedding speech, obviously I was talking about my father-in-law, right? And me and my father-in-law have a bit of a non-conventional father-in-law and son-in-law relationship. We're like best mates, and we go to gigs together, we go all sorts together and do stuff together. And I wouldn't have said it was embarrassing, but the worst time I went to see Paul Weller in Sherwood Forest.
The mod father.
Dying to go ooh. Weller.
No, not that Paul Weller. Not that Weller, mate. Different Weller, the one from the Jam, mate.
Yeah, the mod father.
Broken Stones.
No, we went to see Paul Weller in Sherwood Forest.
What were you doing hiding?
Couldn't see the trees.
Sank a few bevies. Wait, more than
down
a few.
there,
We were
loads
smashed.
of broken stones.
Smashed. We were camping there and everything.
There were pebbles on the beach.
And we obviously the gig finished. We were about to leave, and there was like a crowd of there was a massive crowd, huge crowd coming out of this fucking little clearing in the middle of the forest, and everyone was like confused about how to get back to the campsite. I says, you know what? I know the fucking way. Watch this. So I had this fucking idea in my head that it was straight through the bush. straight through the fucking bush, right? So I goes over to the bush and I'm just like peering through the bush to see if you could get through safely. Where this fucking guy behind me come running down. Says, "It's all right, I'll check." Fucking dived straight over the bush, and all you heard was, "Ah!"
Oh.
I said, I just turned around and went to the guys. I went, "Not that way." This way. Fucking walked on. Took us, right? The campsite, right, was must have been 2 seconds walk. You walked out the main gate, which there was main gates. You didn't have to go through the bush. There was main gates. You walked out the main gates, right? Turned right, and the campsite was just in front of you, right? Well, we fucking more or less walked out the gates, turned left, and walked all the way around the back of fucking Sherwood Forest. Took us 4 hours to get back to the campsite.
4 hours.
Speaking of my father-in-law, another one, quick one, right? Another one, quick one, right? So we came back. We've been out on. We've been out. This will be really quick, mate. This will be really quick. We've been out on.
This is as long as Vic took to share that screen.
It's not as long as me goodbye though, mate. Anyway, comes back on the night time. We were bored, so we decided to make a game. Right? And what this game involved was we had to whack each other over the head with a cast iron wok until someone was knocked out. But
What?
the thing was, if you didn't get knocked out, you had to sing a nursery rhyme straight afterwards. Fucking brilliant. Whack! Mary had a little lamb. Yeah, we've been up to some queer shit. Not embarrassing stuff. I don't really get embarrassed, to be honest.
Some queer shit.
Oh,
Go on then, Aiden.
To be honest
sure
with you, a
yours
lot
will
of
be
people
good.
think there's going to be like loads. There isn't. I'm exactly the same as what you find that I'm on here when I've had a beer. When I'm out with everybody, probably just get a little bit worse. But it's just, I go for a laugh and a joke. Probably some other people might think, "Fuck me, he's really bad." You've got to think on top of if you had a beer as well. Like with me having bipolar, you have your downs and then you have your ups. So your hyper moments, people think that you're over drunk than what you actually are. It's just that you're in a hyper mood. It's just how it is. I think again, falling down was one of the best ones. We just took over the pub down the road, and we were celebrating it. And I went out, had a good old drink, and I got off at the old house, not thinking that we'd actually move to the pub. So you then had to like go over the top of the hill to the pub. So I'm quite happy singing along, walking down, and there's a railway embankment. There's a railway lines, and then there's a railway embankment, and I lost my footing. Now I don't know if anybody else, yeah.
I've heard you tell this story.
I've
before.
heard
I
it
like
as well.
If you've ever worked out in your life, for some unfound reason, when you're pissed, it wants to go to the road. And I've even tested it. I've crossed the road, and it still kept making me wanting to go, like that way into the road. I even crossed the road. So anyway, I'm walking down. I went to rest on, like, they've got like these like wooden post things where they go across like that, like a fence. I went to rest on it, and this one was not connected.
And you fell on it.
I rolled all the way down this fucking hill, and the embankment's like that.
Yeah.
So I got down to the bottom, and I couldn't get up, and I'm thinking, just calm down, don't worry about it. It's absolutely freezing. It's January.
Was it snowing at the time?
It wasn't snowing, no, but it'd been raining. So I'm
In
sat
class,
back-
if it was, you'd have fucking ended up at the bottom, like the fucking bottom of a snowman.
No, man, yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. So anyway, I get myself together. I think, right, claw your way up. So I'm grabbing hold of all this grass and everything like that. I'm trying to get myself up, and I get just near to the top, and I get all of this bit of grass, and it isn't connected.
And you fall back
Rolled
down.
all the way fucking back
Jesus.
down again. So then I think I must have had a sleep, if I'm honest. I then sort of come back round again, and I'm thinking, I've got to get up, you've got to go. So I'm at a different
gonna die.
weather with trees. And I finally got myself to the top of it. I'm absolutely covered head to toe in mud. I get down to the bottom of it, bottom of this hill, and
I'm
you
a
can
snowman.
see our pub. And I'm shouting, "Lou! Lou! I need you!" Anyway, she comes running out. She went, "Who's beat you up? Who's beat you up?" I went, "Nobody's beat me up. I fell down the hill." But next morning, a lad who like a glass collector come in. I went, "Mate, I've lost my phone. Can you go and check that embankment?" He went, "Yeah, no problem." So he went and found my phone. He says, "The only thing you can see is these great big slide marks all the way down."
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
I remember that. I remember that story fondly, and I absolutely adore it. I can just imagine you curled up, in the fetal position at the bottom of the sill, just squid.
Just give it a minute.
Cracking question, Mr.
Yeah, that
Dobson.
was a good one. That one.
Thank you very much. I love this. Do you know what? These 3 bits of lyrics here. I adore these, and I adore the song. I'm Luke, I'm 5, and my dad's Bruce Lee.
Drives me around and is JCB.
I adore that song. It reminds me of my granddad. I love that song. Gentlemen, a 2-parter today. A fantasy and a real world. This is from the wonderful Martin Saunders. First, the fun part. You receive an email from an anonymous businessman that says you can have all the money you need to design the most ridiculous, insane vape kit, mod, and tank. What does it look like? What unique feature does it have? And how is it powered? The real world is, what's your opinion on the Scottish government planning on banning disposables, and Mr. B comment on them sneaking public health as a reason for the ban?
I'm still thinking about the fantasy question. I've got all sorts of fucking crazy ideas in my head right now.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be a bit silly with this. All right. I would 100% have it so that it was probably like an Aegis Legend, so it was bomb-proof.
Yep.
Right. With a 18-volt DeWalt battery on, so it was nice and easy to work.
Yeah.
Nice
One of them
and easy to
snap-on
work.
ones where you go like that.
Yeah, because I've got fucking hundreds of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I've got tools galore in my van. I could just quickly go out. You never have to worry about running out of a battery again.
True.
Nice flex volt battery in, straight in, 9 amp hour. Boom. I'll be going for days. Clouds for days, son.
Clouds for days, bro. Especially with the DeWalt battery. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to follow you with the tool battery idea, but I'm going to one-up you. I'm wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt, right? I want something that is backpacky, right? Something that's backpacky. Takes 2 of them batteries, so you go kunk. But when you go kunk, it goes. You know the noise that the old proton pack makes.
Like the Ghostbusters when they turn the fucking thing on.
Yeah. I want it.
Class.
If we're going crazy, I want it like that, right? And I want like a massive pipe, like a hookah pipe, but on steroids, that comes off the side with a proton pack on the side. So you stand there and you're like, I'm going to work today. You feel like a Ghostbuster. You'd stand up, you'd go like that. Like that.
Don't cross the streams.
Exactly.
Don't cross the street.
Exactly. But I'd just stand there like that. I'd be stood in vape shop like that. Like that. Thank you. Honestly, it'd be a beast.
Willie Thompson
winner.
holds 5 litres of juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got the backpack.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be powered with 2 DeWalts, because obviously I don't want to run out. I'm going to be running really low. Like,
Flex
really
Folder
low.
XR.
I don't know.
Yeah, go Flex Volt, mate. You
All right.
get more power.
Okay.
The long time. Power long time.
So come on then, Aidan.
I know where he's going.
Yeah.
I didn't know where he was going,
I'm
guys.
joking. Something like out of this world. I would like a vaping hat. Like you get them beer ones.
But it'd be solar powered.
Solar panel, full helmet.
Helmet.
Full helmet. And then you'd have 2 bottles of juice stuck in either side, which then the tank could be below it. Solar panels, you wouldn't need batteries.
No, you wouldn't. Like Homer. Like that.
There you go. If you noticed, why I did it that way, because obviously you have to get the tubes inside your mouth. Yeah, like that. That's how you have to do it. So you have to make that
Yeah, no, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. So you
Like
look
a
like you got
click-clack.
polarized.
You
Good
could do it with
actually.
2. You could do it with 2 different flavors each side, so it was a bit like a
Course you
click
could.
clack mod.
Click clack head.
Yeah, click clack hat.
I still owe you some of them.
I know, man. It is what it is.
It's all right. Just wait till the helmet comes.
Big blizzard. Mod
Mate,
strapped to a harmonica frame.
Just get them to give me some at expos. Yeah, my mate came last year for some that broke. You replaced them.
And they were broke as well.
I took them home, and they were broke. I tried them all, honestly. I tried them all for weeks, and they were broke. So I need to get some more to replace the ones my mate got.
All magnets stopped working and everything.
The magnets fell out.
Tank.
Bit like a boost.
Oh, you hurt its feelings then.
Joe,
Go on then, Vic.
Joe Guitar Tech's got a thing about Jammy Dodgers.
He does. I would come out with something
Fucking hell,
that's...
is he on Jammy Dodgers this week? It was Fleshlights a couple of weeks ago.
It was.
He's
I
doing
would-
all right.
I would come out with something that was seriously based around the H.R. Geiger principles, like Alien. Now, there was a mod that was released by, I think it was
Smok.
no, it wasn't Smok, it was ET Mods, way
that
back
one.
in 2014.
I remember that one.
Aye, and it looked like shit because it was casted. I would something actually sculpted to look like an alien.
Did the drip tip like glow up red, going go home?
Yeah.
Oh, every time he tried to vape on it, did another drip tip come out the middle, then another one come out the other?
And try and bite your fucking head out. But yeah,
Try to bite your fucking teeth off.
it'd
The
be
worst
something.
thing
It'd be
is when you
something
took the
H.R.
drip tip
Geiger.
off, it face sucked you.
Yeah, laid its eggs inside you.
Oh.
Help me.
It's
Well,
only a
that's what I
cut.
would do.
It's only a cut.
Something seriously H.R. Geiger inspired that doesn't look like shit.
So we the elephant in the room question. The elephant in the room question is Scotland and disposables.
It won't
So-
happen.
I think I mentioned this before, and obviously someone in chat, don't fucking kick off at me because I've had a 50mg disposable since I've spoke about that. But go on, spit it out, Vic. Spit it out.
Fuck up.
Now, right, this is where it's going to stand with me. I honestly think that I've moved my goalpost. I did think it was going to be Christmas last year, but I'm actually going to say December this year. Now, what I think is going to happen, and obviously it's just a personal thought, it's not anything else. We will see eventually, and I now have a reason behind it as well.
Ooh.
We will see the rise of the menthol and tobacco disposable only, right? Because don't get me wrong, and I'm not changing my view on disposables. I don't like disposables, but they do have a place, and it's same as anything else. We can have personal hatred towards a company, a device, or anything else, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have its place. That's only our personal opinion. Now, I think that for the new vapor out there, and I've seen the ability to transition off of disposables becoming a lot easier now that people are watching the pennies a little bit more, but I think we will see the rise of the tobacco, and I've stated this one before. Now, the tobacco and menthol flavoured disposables that just carry on going, and we lose all these sort of ice skittles, unicorn bollock, and everything else that come along with it. But we go down the route of literally tobacco and menthol. Now, my reasoning behind that is you think that places like Asia, India, and all these other places where disposables are massive, that they are predominantly strange flavours, tobaccos and menthols. And by strange
I thought
flavours,
India weren't allowed any kind of vape shit.
it might not be India, it could be other places.
All right.
But wherever else they're massive, the thing with them is SPS2S or whatever they're called, the disposable company, make a green bean flavour that they brought over here.
Yeah.
Now, other lines have got.
Didn't you
mung
review
bean.
that, Vic?
I
That
did.
one. That
They
same brand.
had the SP2S, they had green bean, and then the famous one, the mung bean,
Yeah,
which
that's
was
fucking
fucking
horrible, that.
disgusting. It was
And
horrible.
the thing is, if you
Horrible.
speak to SP2S, they turn around and say they sell really well.
They do.
And
They do.
the thing is, the far-flung countries that are using disposables on a daily basis are using strange flavours, tobacco or menthol.
Yep.
But you know, like you're talking about that mung bean, it was actually used as a palate cleanser, isn't it? That
Yes.
in India and them sort of places where like I said, they do it to cleanse the palate.
Yep.
Us would not want to be vaping. It's absolutely minging.
It just tasted
But
fucking
the thing
awful.
is, like, as the entry level on a tobacco or menthol, we'll lose the traditional traditional nicotine user, So the 18 milligram nicotine user to something like a tobacco flavored disposable. Now, I would like to say that Scotland will probably go down that route of a flavour ban rather than a full ban of disposables. I would like to. I wouldn't like to see anything banned, if I'm going to be honest. But that's where I'd like to see it go, because do you know what? For the new vapor to come in, and we had this discussion at Expo, me and Mark, about the whole idea of being able to tear something open is the closest that someone will get to a cigarette.
Yep. When
transferring over. So it makes that next step a little bit easier. Once they realise that their pocket is being affected by spending so much on disposables, the next step is irrelevant. We can manoeuvre them onto anything else. But I would like to see that, and I do think I'd like to put a prediction in by December this year, we will have seen a massive reduction in the disposable market. My view.
The disposable market, there's certain things that needs to be cleaned up about it. Now, we've been through this on a number of devices. Pods, when they came out, they were the devil, which we spoke about this before loads of times.
Yeah.
The disposable market needs to be not aimed at children. It doesn't need gorillas on it. It doesn't need sparkly things. It just needs plain packaging. And it needs to be sold in the right place.
Yeah.
And if you start stopping like back streets and news agents selling them who are not bothered whether they sell them to children, then it won't stop. But there is certain people out there which, all right, we're fairly young, but if you look at the proper smokers, they're probably over the age of 30.
Yeah.
The ones below them have nowadays from school have stopped that. Maybe the vape, but they've stopped smoking. I think the percentages of what it was when I was a kid to what it is now is way low.
Massively.
So until we address them sort of situations, disposables are not great, but they are a gateway into vaping and stopping people smoking. And that is the major thing that we are here to do as reviewers and as people who do shows like this, is to get people off the stinkers. But it needs to be regulated properly. It needs to be done properly. And then it gives people a chance as well to be, if they're in a vape shop, where they can go, look, here's something a lot cheaper and a lot easier for you to do. And then they can go on a little bit further, and that's their vaping journey.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start going, ban something to do with vaping here in the UK, the next thing you can have is, it's pods.
Yeah.
Next minute, it's tanks. Batteries blow up. As soon as you start banning something to do with vaping, I think you're in a big hole.
I'm going to reiterate your point there, because there's just been a comment by William in chat saying it'll create a black market. Unfortunately, there's already a black market here.
There is.
Oh yeah, there is.
We're already seeing corner shops and things like that sell.
There's people selling disposables from their house.
Yeah, and they're selling. They're selling Elux bars at 3,500, which technically is illegal. So, by the by,
I've got to back this up a little bit here, because it is illegal to sell these. But if they are a known company, like say Geek Vape, you got the Geek Bar. Yeah. If it's a known company and it's 3,500 puffs, they want them because you're going to get more for your money and it's going to last longer.
The problem that we have, and this is from the vape shop side, brick and mortar, is, people walking in with Elux bars, 1 out of 3 is counterfeit.
Yeah.
Right? And we've got real Eluxes, and don't get coming in that people walk in with, and then you get the 1 in 3, and it's literally as high as that, because there's no regulation, because it's all black market. That's the problem. So we can look at this like experienced vapors all we want, but don't forget Joe Bloggs, who's just walked into the corner shop, has just
that's 90% of them.
Yeah. And the problem we have is the black market is already there. What I'd like to see is obviously that regulation. We've nailed this before, where we've said a license to sell in a vape shop, right? A license to sell in a vape shop, because do you know what? Nicotine is a harmful product. Whether you class it as harmful or whether you class it as harmful as caffeine or any other study that's gone along, it's still technically controlled. It's still technically a harmful product. So why not give the people who are selling that product that?
I think it's also easier for a vape shop to talk someone into, like someone who knows what they're talking about. Like 9 times out of 10, anyone that works in a vape shop knows the gear, has a bit of product knowledge, and they can kind of talk people out of kind of, once they've done the disposable thing, kind of talk them into something else, like a Caliburn or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have the knowledge to be able to kind of push people in that direction. I think that's the thing. If you go into a news agent, they're not going to give a shit. If
That's true.
you turn
That's
around and
true.
say, "Oh, I want 18 disposables," they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, there's 18 quid I've made." Do you know what I mean? That's kind of because that's kind of what you make on a disposable.
Yeah, the margin-
And these are the same people that if they're not challenging for age on alcohol
they're
either.
not.
And you look at alcohol, and there's certain drinks which, again, we've said this plenty of time, that are aimed or fruity. The like Alka-Pops and all them.
Yeah.
So you've not. It's not just vaping. You've got this alcohol sort of stage of it, and there's people who are selling that to underage people as well. How many people are sat on the park drinking Mad Dog 2020? It's.
I mean,
MD.
when I first joined this show, I was totally against disposables, like 100%. I didn't want anything to do with it, and then having conversations with you guys, having seeing what people put in chat and stuff like that, I'm kind of the view now that yes, they do have a place, with regards to you can use it if you say you're going abroad in a country that doesn't.
I'm over 18.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I don't want sparkly ones. I don't want something with monkeys on it or all like that. But if I go away and I don't take a load of juice with me and all that, sticking 5 or 6 of them in you think, bang, once it's done, there needs to be a recycling point to it as well, where you can go and properly recycle it, take them home.
Yeah.
And this is where big companies such as Smock, Aspire, all these companies should, if they're going to sell them, come up with a plan of how they're going to dispose of them.
I mean, a lot of companies now a lot of the disposable companies now are starting to make their own juice as well.
They are.
Kind of in preparation for the chance that it could get banned. One of the biggest things I think's good about disposables. I'm always one for kind of putting disposables down and saying I'm not happy about them. But what I do think's great about them is if someone does come in that wants to quit smoking, like say to a brick and mortar or something like that, and they're like, oh, I want to have a try. Well, here's a £6 disposable. Go try that.
Yep.
See how you get on, and then we can talk to you afterwards. And then say it's an Elf bar they bought, say it's an Elf bar flavour that they bought. Elf bar do their own juices. I mean, I don't know what they're like. I haven't tried them myself.
The problem with Elf bar liquids, and this is where we get into the sort of nitty gritty of it, is so Elf bar, Aroma King, all these other companies that are about, and I'm going to big up Riot Squad because I use Riot Squad, but all these companies are not bothered about the coil in the disposable, which they shouldn't be. It's a throwaway device at the end of the day. So it's full of sweetener and full of ice. Right, so your point
Rice.
mesh coil,
Rice,
baby. It's full of ice.
Stop.
Ice.
Collaborate and listen.
Most of them are full
get yourself
of
some
ice.
vegetable biscuit.
Clip that, guys.
I don't know what that is. The only thing that rhymed.
But
Sorry.
they're full of sweetener and full of ice. Now, what they've done is they've brought the Elf Licks out, and to me, and we tried them at the shop. To me, they're not sweet enough. Because if you're using a disposable, you're used to that sweet end. Now, we point people in the direction of Riot bars if anyone wants a disposable, because we do say to people that unlike most other companies, the liquid that they're putting in their disposable is exactly the same liquid as they've released, because they've released both at the same time. They released the Riot bar, they released the liquid at the same time. But not only that, they supply every shop that stocks the Riot bars with a recycle bin. Right, where they take it. The thing is, and I don't mean to like sort of plug them too much, but it's the cornstarch plastic, so it's full sort of recyclable. The batteries they're removing from the kits themselves and recharging and reusing, because they're using rechargeable batteries, but it's got no charging port on it. So they take the battery out, they recycle the whole thing, and keep reusing the batteries until the batteries are non-existent. But the problem with sort of Elf bars, Someone nailed it. Someone absolutely nailed it in chat, right? Plain packaging. I'm not adverse to it being plain packaging, because do you know what? If someone wants to vape a strawberry milkshake ice cream unicorn piss, then so be it, because we're not on about a flavour ban. But to be fair, to have it in a plain packaging instead of having it bright purple with circle spots on it is a great point.
Vic, you'll know a little bit more of this. It's all right. Scotland putting it through Parliament. We've just seen it with I think it was to do with the trans.
The gender thing, but Westminster shut that down.
Shut that down. Now, obviously, if Health England are sitting there and they're trying to push it all the way through, because obviously the NHS is funded by taxpayers' money, if they suddenly start trying to push that through again, that could be vetoed.
Yeah,
in Westminster.
Oh yeah, it could be easily vetoed in Westminster. And even if the Scottish Government managed to ban disposables, it's pointless, because you can still get them in England. So all the corner shops would need to do, and let's face it, Trading Standards does not have the manpower to actually police this ban in the first place, because Trading Standards has been woefully underfunded by the SNP for the better part of a fucking decade now.
It's the same here in the UK.
Yeah. So even if the Scottish Parliament says, right, that's it, we're fucking banning disposables, get fucking rid of them, you're still going to have corner shops selling them, petrol stations selling them. And the other problem is, if England, Wales and Northern Ireland don't follow the same route, you'll have the lobbyists, some of whom are rather big business interested people in the vaping industry, saying to the Scottish Parliament, look, why can we sell disposables in the rest of the UK but we can't sell them in Scotland? This is not right. Technically speaking, it breaks UK law, because Scotland should fall in line with what Westminster's saying. We're going to sue you. The best thing that the SNP could have done is said, we're going to keep disposables being sold, but we're going to ban the sale of disposables in petrol stations, corner shops, markets, and the only place you can buy them is chemists or vape shops. That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done.
There's a massive.
I think we've fucking crossed this loads of times. Sorry, mate. I think we've crossed this loads of times. It's all about control.
Yep.
You know, I think Mike hit the nail on the head as well with regards to kids vaping and stuff like that. You know, about them being like unicorn colours and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're going to make it look like a fucking tin of pop, then yeah, I kind of think it doesn't need that. But you know, if anyone, if they make it, kids are going to find a way to do it.
Oh yeah,
like 100%, they are going to find a way to do it.
There's one big flaw in the problem with Scotland banning them in the end anyway, because the postal service. Right, you can still buy online and still get it posted. We ship to Scotland.
You can buy it down south. Yeah.
Yeah. We ship to Scotland.
It's the thing with the US as well. They were all saying you're not going to be able to get vape gear there and stuff like that. But
postal service. Yeah.
Just one thing though. Obviously, there's Stu Valentine in chat. Big love, Stu. That's one of my mats that I'm using. They are using the disposable side there to try and obviously ban a lot of other things as well. And this is what I'm trying to say about, if you start banning one thing, what else are they going to ban?
Yeah,
exactly. And on that sour note, Martin Saunders, what a cracking question. Thank you very much. Because that was very vape related. Very vape related. Billy Lee Rice, what a name.
Billy Lee
you
Rice.
Deserve a cookie. Billy Lee.
Cookie.
So you deserve a cookie,
ice,
Billy Lee.
or is it rice?
It's rice, not ice.
All right.
How long, on average, would you say a good built coil should last? I have only recently started buying pre-built coils. I used to make my own with basic Canfil wire 24 gauge. A few months ago, I bought some really nice handmade coils from 2 highly recommended people, and I love them. I have cleaned them every time I re-wick my RTA, and they always clean up well. They are still going strong after 2 months. Just wondered how long until I should look at uninstalling or /buying some more.
There's an easy way to answer that.
Keep them going forever.
There's an easy way to answer it. So here we go, Billy. Right, so you've got your staple stagger fuse Clapton, your Alien, your Juggernaut, whatever you bought, right? And you dry burn it. You run it under the tap to get rid of the ash. You dry burn it again. You run it under the tap and dry burn it for the last time. See, after you've cleaned the coil. After you've cleaned it and you're ready to wick the coil up, if that coil is starting to turn brown, after it's been cleaned, take the coil out, put a new one in. Because you're losing the sheen and the cantle is starting to rust.
Yeah, it's like a yellowy.
Yeah, it's kind of yellowy brown colour.
Yeah.
Take the coil out, replace it because the cantle's starting to break down.
You should be able to get off of a decent set of coils at least if you look after them 6 months at least.
At least 6 months.
100%.
Oh yeah, at least.
I mean, obviously that depends on how much you vape it. You know, if you're a chain vaper, you know what I mean. You're gonna get less. But
I think we've all been in that position, right? We've all been in that position where we've left a wicked and coiled RDA or RTA on the shelf for too long.
Fucking do it. Half the fucking shit. They've still got coils and fucking juice in it. They've been sitting there for months.
But a good coil manufacturer, they will recover very, very well. Even if they've been sat there with crap on them. And Aidan nailed it. 6 months. I expect 6 months minimum out of. I've took coils out of RDAs, put them on the side after I've cleaned them, and then reuse them because the coil leg length's perfect. So there is just look after them, and when you can see that Vic nailed it, that sheen has fell off, it's rusted, it's done. Yep. You're keeping an eye on it, and you're keeping them well looked after, so they'll probably last quite a while.
Classic example. These are.
That's the IGOL.
No, this is the Kennedy. These are fused. No, they're not. No, what the fuck? Stagger fused. They're stagger fused Claptons, and I've had these in this Kennedy for the better part of 5 months. They're not orangey, browny, yellow. They're starting to dull. They are starting to dull, but they haven't turned that yellowy brown colour yet, so I can still use them.
And you can see that yellowy brown colour. You can.
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
you can see it. You definitely can.
You know, it's not something that gradually appears. It does. It will show up after one wash.
Yep.
I think you kind of nailed that one, like Vic. To be honest.
Yeah. Cracking question. Thank you very much, Billy Lee.
Good question.
Right, we've got a good question here. It's a short question, but I'm guessing it's going to be a nice long answer. Ken Brown writes in, good evening to you all.
Hi.
I work in a school and I have to talk to kids about vaping. Have you got any advice? Please, can you help? Thanks, Ken. That's a very, very well punctuated message. You very much so deserve a cookie.
It's going to be well punctuated. He's a teacher.
He's a teacher, exactly. I'd be fucking worried if it wasn't punctuated.
Obviously, again, it depends on what age group you're at. Number one, you want to be making sure that nobody's vaping or smoking.
Yeah.
Tell them that this is bad. You're not supposed to put anything in your body. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's obviously the older children, if they're over 18 and they are smoking and they want to get into vaping, again, everything that we've said about starting maybe off on a pod system and going that way on, but please emphasize that there is a goal at the end of it.
Yeah.
Is to stop completely. We do it because we're hobbyists.
Yeah.
The whole point
I do it because I like fucking nicotine. That's why I do it.
But the whole point of it is that we eventually, the end goal for these people who have started smoking is to stop.
Mm-hmm. I personally would touch on something that we never really touch on as the hobbyist, and that is the harm. That is the harm. I don't want you to ever dissuade someone from harm reduction.
Yeah.
But if someone is... Let's put it this way. It's younger kids, right? I had a situation with my middle child. He's 13, 14. He was 13, 14 at the time.
Under the bed?
No, that's the old one. But the middle one had picked his stepdad's vape up, right? And my conversation with him started very angry. I'm not going to lie, because that's what fathers have to do. But went on to... I'm vaping because I smoked, right? Mm-hmm. And I smoked a lot. Not Vic levels a lot. The tobacco pouch, tobacco pouch.
I chain smoked.
I smoked a lot. Now, the thing with it is what's never spoke about on shows like this is the harm. Now, what you truly need to do is start off with the harm of a cigarette, because obviously that's the one that's going to cause you harm.
Oh yeah.
But the vaping side of it, this is where you could reiterate the other side of it. So it's 97.6% safer than smoking traditional combustible cigarettes. That doesn't mean it's safe. So we are advocates for harm reduction.
100%.
So there is harm. There is. I'm not saying that vaping's bad. Okay, don't clip this and say, right, Adam sat there and told us vaping's bad. But vaping is.
You don't 100% know what the harm is.
No,
Exactly.
At the moment, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Right. Over the years that vaping has been about, all we have seen is the benefits, and I have seen the benefits in myself. We've all seen the benefits in ourselves. But do you know what? Nicotine is harmful, right? Nicotine is harmful. It may not be as harmful as a lot of other things, but
it's definitely harmful in the youth as well.
Oh yeah, 100%, which is why.
As you get older, I wouldn't put it any more harmful.
Well,
than
nicotine
caffeine.
is a mind-altering drug.
Yeah, it changes the way that you feel. But the thing is,
So's caffeine.
It's exactly that. I said this the other week about the study that was done, and nicotine is as harmful as caffeine, but that still means there's harm involved.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as in any other way than if you are going to teach someone, you need to teach them the harm, because you want them to not do it. They're only ever going to do it because it's cool, right? We believe that. Because don't forget, that's why we all smoked. Because James Dean did it. Because all of the actors did it. Because all of the Doc Cotton did it on TV. it was around, wasn't it? And
if you look at it, I used to smoke Embassy filter
God.
because I like the look. You know, like instead of like somebody got these big.
Yeah, they were tiny little things.
But
The
I
embassy
used
filters.
to like the Embassy filter because you got that look straight away.
Yep.
Of like a film star.
Yeah. And don't forget, the only thing that we used to do. The only thing that we used to do is do it because it's cool, and that's
True.
That's all people are ever going to do it for. So if people know the harm, side of it first.
I'm coming to do your disco. Where's the fucking red carpet?
Yeah, exactly. I hope you know these cost an extra pound because they're smaller.
We'll sort it out now.
I've not actually smoked. Oh, I have smoked actually, from being a DJ.
Be like that. If you have a look at this cost me an extra pound because it's smaller.
It did. It used to cost me extra money for
Yeah,
half a
they
cigarette.
did. Embassy special filters. I used to smoke them in college.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't you be silly and Doc Cotton's name. The thing is, we only ever did it because it's cool, right? We weren't as educated when we were younger because the information wasn't out there as much. It was advertised on TV. You used to have snooker tournaments and dart tournaments where they'd have cigarettes on the table.
Yep.
Yeah, they did,
Nowadays,
They did.
the information is there. The harm side of it is there.
You went round to your auntie's house, your uncle's house, and everybody'd be smoking. You'll be all sat in it.
Yeah.
How old were you guys
You
when
used
you
to actually do adverts with babies in them.
How old were you guys when you first started smoking?
12.
I was 11.
19.
So I'm going to disregard it. 19.
I was
Not fitting with me fucking narrative.
Who are you?
Not fitting with me narrative. You guys started smoking at school, yeah?
My sister's older than me and Mark, and she never smoked at all.
And now we're 37-year-old, and we're using vaping to get off. And stop.
Off.
Not get off. Fuck off, Vic. Look at Vic jumping on that. I'm so impressed.
18 milligram flu clear.
They're like kind of get off smoking or nicotine whatsoever. And now what we've got is kids starting vaping now.
Yeah.
At school.
Yep.
At 11.
Yeah. And it's because it's cool. Because.
And that's the reason we smoked.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That's
but
the
thing
reason.
is,
That's the exact reason we smoked.
Exactly.
No, also because everybody else were doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's peer pressure. It's everything else that
Everybody.
we went through as a
Fucking
kid.
everybody was smoking around me. Fucking literally
I
everybody.
didn't-
Well, apart from my mum, she never smoked.
So mine weren't because it was cool. I'd seen my mum and dad were going through their divorce, so I'd seen my mum smoke to relieve stress. I'd seen her go out a ratty bitch and then come back in the house being like, "Oh, everything's all right now. Let's make some dinner." Right?
And that with the Valium as well.
Yeah, exactly, probably, and the gin and
the
anything
gin.
else. But what I'd seen that, so I was very upset. My mum and dad were splitting up. I wasn't in a great place sort of as a kid, so I went outside and I coughed my lungs up. But then I started doing it when I was about 13, 14 because it were cool, because my mates were doing it, but I were on cigars.
Cigars. That's what got me. I went out and I used to like whiskey, which I don't like it now because when whiskey comes back up again, it does not taste very nice.
Good. It's not good. Yeah.
So even the smell of whiskey just like makes me want to be sick. But that Rick cigars, and I loved cigars. Really did love them. In fact, I've still got 2 or 3 in the cupboard, which I've never touched since I stopped. But yeah, I loved a cigar.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I know it's totally away from the question that was asked, but Gaz Woods has said in chat, and I'd love to know your views on this. I would rather the kids vape than smoke, though. Kids will be kids, sadly. What's your views on that?
So
I agree with the statement. I'd rather have kids vape than smoke, because if a kid starts smoking is 10 times harder to give up than vaping, because of all the fucking additives that the big tobacco companies are spraying on the leaf before it's shredded to be put inside that filtered cigarette. It is far, far harder to get a kid off smoking than it is to get the kid off vaping. So technically speaking, I kind of agree with that statement.
My problem is being a dad who's been in that situation, who's had to watch that conversation being had. I'm not happy that he picked up a vape, but I am a lot. I'd like to say I'm relieved, but that's going to be a lie, because do you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do what my dad and my mum did to me. Here's 200 fags, smoke the fucking lot while you sit in front of me, right?
Yeah, I got that as well.
But you can't, because I can't afford that many disposables, right? So
they couldn't afford that many fags at the time.
I know.
It was a bluff.
They were a lot more committed than I were. But to be fair, it pains me both, because that was the conversation I had with him. That was the conversation. I'm vaping because I was a smoker. I smoked a lot. I hurt myself. I injured myself, and now I'm vaping to try and make it better. And the fact that I've got 3 kids, a dog, and a wife, I have to vape 20 milligram every day. But by the by, innit? By the by.
Just on that, I would prefer that if obviously they were going to have a cigarette or if they were going to vape, I would prefer it be vaping.
You will do until you see it, and then you want to punch him in the dick.
See, I would agree with his statement. I would,
That was a cracking question, Ken.
Going back to what Mike said before. Sorry. Before you go ahead, going back to what Mike said before. At the end of the day, kids will be kids, and they will find a way to do whatever they want to do.
Whether it's drugs, smoking, weed, taking 100%, alcohol, they're going to find a way. We all know we do.
They will find a way. And
we can only
100% say I caught my kid vaping. I would 100% want it to be vaping than smoking, or smoking weed, or doing heroin. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I know it's a big one, but I would much rather them be doing that.
That was a cracking question, Ken. Hopefully we give you a little bit of information, and hopefully we made your life a little bit easier for that. Don't forget to send the check in the mail. We are not professional teachers, right?
Well, I am at some things.
Yeah. Connor Smith writes in, with the world being now completely
Has he farted? Sorry.
I think he might have. I can smell the diabetes. With the world being now completely back open to travel and whatnot, what are your guys' go-to for traveling with your vape gear? What do you bring? How do you carry it? How much do you bring? For short days, 4 to 5 days of trips away. For rebuildables and stock coils alike. Additionally, where do you guys get your supplies from, such as cotton, etc.? Buzzing for the show. Honestly, one of the highlights of my week.
Oh, that's really
Thank you,
nice.
man. Thank you, Connor.
Big love, Benny Vape Sands.
I'm going to do a raw bum all fart, I think. So I can't do a heart. But yeah. With me, going to Expo and stuff like that is one of the places where we want to take our vapes. Right?
Yeah.
We want to take our vapes. I would 100%, if I go to Expo for 3-4 days, which we normally do, especially in May, I would take 4 or 5 setups. I would have them in a Coil Master case. Getting my cotton and stuff like that. I like cotton gods, so wherever selling cotton gods, I will get cotton gods from there.
Yeah. Because I predominantly vape on a pod system now. I only sort of vape on RDAs and stuff when I'm at home, and I've got time to do it. I'm pretty fortunate because what I'll do is, if we've gone away or anything like that, I'll take 1 or 2 pod systems. I'll take 1 extra coil because there's always an emergency. No matter how much you trust that coil, it might be a fresh coil in that day. It's always it might fail on you. So I'll bang a couple of spare coils. I'll make sure everything I'm using is the same charger. So if it's USB-C, it's 1 USB-C for 3 devices. And then I'll take a couple of bottles of juice. And if I'm taking rebuildables, it's a freshly built, not a freshly wicked RDA. Batteries in battery cases. You can keep them in hand luggage if you're going on a plane, so I put them in the hand luggage. And I'll keep my cotton and my scissors in there.
You've gone so deep. You've gone so deep. I was like just in a Coil Master case. Yeah. I was like.
But when it comes to where do I get my supplies from, although I work in a vape shop, wherever's the fucking cheapest, because we are real people.
Yeah.
Coils from Chicos, one of the sponsors of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit same as Adam. Years and years ago, it's the smallest that you can put in your pocket when you go around Expo for me.
Yeah.
Because you end up with like loads of shit in your bag. So I used to have the Nugget. We bought them exactly the same time, didn't we, bro?
Yeah.
We had the Nugget, and I used to put the Wasp.
Jesus Christ.
I used to put the Wasp Nano on top of it. A little bit of juice. I used to have like the bottles that you could buy from the Expo. Decant it. Nowadays, exactly the same as what Adam said. I go around with a couple of pod kits, and then in my bag, I always leave a freshly wicked RDA up just in case there's some juice that I fancy trying or something like that, or if I fancy a change. But with the pod system, you can swap over the pod.
Oh yeah.
I still take shitloads of batteries with me because I'll have a couple of devices on me and that. Also, as well with you doing videos while you're there, little charging bank as well that I have, which puts my, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I do. As for the stuff that I buy, I normally go to my bricks and mortar store, just right, which is on the corner. Buy a bit of juice. I buy all me day-to-day juice, which is me pucker juice. But then the cotton, which I've just run out, I need to get some more of it. I normally look online for. I really recommend that cotton. It's absolutely brilliant. Cotton Clouds.
Oh, from Vapefly. Yep.
Just pull it out from that side. It's really good. And it's cheap as chips. I think you can get 2 for about £5. And
it's cheap.
I think there's about 5 meters in it, I think. It's a 3.3 millimeter in there. And I think it's about 5 meters of it that you get in, and it's just wrapped round all the way around it like that. You just pull it out for what you want and cut it off.
I'm basically the same. Like when I went to Poland last year, I had a UL Caliban that I was sneakily vaping on the plane that you're not really supposed to do. We don't condone vaping on a plane, people.
No, wrong with it. Stealthy vaping.
You best not remember stealthy vaping. So yeah, Caliban. For the expo, usually with me, I just bring a cheap and cheerful. Like you don't want to bring something expensive with you because that's fucking stupid. A cheap and cheerful single or dual battery smock mod or a Vapor SO Gen, something cheap and cheerful that if you drop the fucker by accident and it breaks, it's no big loss. So,
if you do that thing that a lot of people do is go to a stand, try a vape, and then put yours down and then walk away.
Forget to, that happens to a lot of people. But for me, Caliban for travelling. And I usually go dual battery box mod with a freshly wicked, because I don't like using drippers that much, dual battery box mod with a freshly wicked tank on top, and a spare kit that I leave in the hotel in case I lose the first kit or drop it and the fucker breaks.
Yep.
As for where I get my accessories from, the only thing I really buy these days is the cotton from Cotton Gods.
Yeah.
That's what I buy. Yep.
Cracking question.
Good
Thank you
question.
very much, Connor. Liz Covell-K writes in.
Oh God.
It's gonna be dirty.
It's going to be filth.
She's a dirty, dirty girl.
Hey guys.
She is.
Hey guys. Big love. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Unfortunately-
I hate it when they start with "oh no,"
Yeah.
you know there's going to be some shit going down.
Oh no.
Oh, going on.
Unfortunately, you've got your dick stuck in the Hoover. However, a lucky fellow castmate is there to rescue you. Who is it? And how long does it take them to rescue you after taking
Right.
pics, laughing, and basically telling the whole world?
I'm going first here. I'm going first. I know for a fact if I got my dick stuck in the Hoover, say it was at Expo, it's going to be Aiden that's going to be there. And I know for a fact it would take 20 minutes ish, possibly 30 minutes, taking the piss out of me and shit like that. Just out of curiosity, are you asking for a friend?
We can make your wish come true. Dyson already.
Aiden is the guy that I would want to be there because I know for a fact he wouldn't post now on social media
I wouldn't know.
or fucking anything, and I know he wouldn't.
No.
And I reckon it'd be 20-30 minutes of him pissing himself, laughing, and telling me, you know, you're really good at cleaning. I want to break free. I want to break free.
And then eventually you'd work out that if you just like unplugged it, it'll stop sucking.
Yeah. But you don't want to do that, do you? Not mid.
Not
like,
straight away. I'd
suction.
let you finish.
Yeah.
I'd wait until the Dyson had fully whitened up.
Oh.
He's scrambling
my
an egg.
God.
He's scrambling an egg.
You'd be thinking, oh fuck, here comes next Misfit smoothie.
Oh.
I'm not drinking that.
He's scrambling an egg. I'm done. Go to
I
someone
would
else.
choose. I would choose Vic, right? And there's a reason, right? There's a reason. One, he wouldn't be able to say anything because what he'd do is he'd run down to the Hoover, he'd hop inside the pipe, right? Run all the way up to the top of the, because obviously he's only mini, isn't he? So what he'd do is he'd run all the way
He's
up to
only
the top
little,
of the
like, bless you,
pipe,
Vic.
and he'd give me one of them. You can just imagine him, can't you? Be like that scene out of The Boys. I'm going inside him, and just push me out. And it'd be minutes, like absolute minutes, because it's an awkward
Yeah, but
situation.
hold on a minute. Right, obviously, me knowing the genitalia of a man, obviously, as your penis, you've got that little.
Yeah, he might fall in, so he'd have to go.
Can you
both
imagine
hands
that? He's going to be
inside.
going
Wait
in there.
there,
He's
what
going
the
to need
fuck? Hang on a sec, I'm lost, because what the fuck have we got? That little...
your Jap's
Your
eye,
eye.
son. It's your
All
Jap's
right.
eye.
Right. But that's easy because what he'd do is he'd stand and just one each side. The
What,
thing
spread
that he'd
it?
have to- No, he'd push. He'd not pull. Right? If he pulls,
Well, you know
he
yourself,
gets
if
it.
you start pushing either side of something, you're going to be smiling at him.
Yeah, exactly. But let me have a look. Right there. No, mine don't open.
Wait for a couple more years being married so you don't have to use it either.
But yeah, it just push me out gently, and I think because it could get like, it's a hard on. Yes, it fucking is.
The other thing as well I've got in my head as well, you know, he does that thing with his teeth.
Shouting down, Vic, is that you or the Hoover?
So they're gripping on it like going, I'm not going to let go. Can you take any more, Captain? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, is this thing on?
That's my answer.
Fucking hell.
Okay, obviously I'm going to have to go with Adam because he's got no fucking idea what a penis is. So, and if I'm totally honest with you, if it were trying to suck my dick up, it probably got me balls as well, so I'm going to need some help. Obviously I'd choose Adam, and again, we'd be laughing for hours and hours, but he wouldn't post anything on social media.
I wouldn't. No,
He'd be my friend.
that'd be for private consumption.
Yeah. It's like yeah. So no. I would have Adam, and he would check out my balls and my penis.
How
I would-
tempted
I'd-
would you be
I'd
to
cradle.
post it on
I'd cradle
social
on the way
media?
out.
How tempted would you be to post it on social media though?
Oh, do you know what?
Like you
When-
with me, Aiden. You, Adam with you, Aiden.
I wouldn't. Obviously, we all saw it. It's all right if you took a video and you went, look what you did last night. You had a Dyson wrapped around your bollocks. Right? You'd have a laugh. You'd have a joke. But you would not share it
Dyson
over
nowadays,
a
it's a
pizza club
shark.
fucking thing, would you?
It depends. If it were a wet vac and there were some strategically placed bubbles,
Oh.
I'd make it sound.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Adams took this to another level. The
Yeah, he has.
strategically placed bubbles.
It has.
That's like, who's sharing with Adam at Expo?
And do you know what? We've got onto this now. That him who likes flashlighting, he's not even in. How are we doing that one?
No, he fucking loved it. Joe Guitar Tech. He'd have been
So-
all over this shit.
So Vic, who's saving your cock?
It would be you, Adam, and we'd come to a
Thanks,
gentleman.
guys. I'd be like that.
We'd come to a gentleman's agreement, never to speak of it again.
What are you two doing? Are you doing that that Chinese finger trick? You know where you get your fingers stuck in that?
Oh, with the
Finger trap.
thing. The thing.
I've just got visions of you two stood there going, fuck, I don't know how to get it
I
out.
don't know where that come from.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
know where that come from. I genuinely don't know where that come from.
And I'm thinking, were they on about suction?
Finger trap. One of them finger traps.
Where the fucking finger traps come from?
So I just thought of Vic, because Vic and Aiden both want me to rescue their peni. Peni is plural for penises.
Peni.
So-
Peni.
I've just imagined them both in the same room.
In the same Hoover.
What,
It's the
it's
same
fucking hard
home.
with the size of my car. You think I'm next door in a Premier Inn? There's no way it's going to go round that door.
No, maybe you walked in. Maybe you walked. I don't.
What
'cause
do
I've
we
got
do?
this-
Wait for breakfast?
I'm storytelling now. I walk in, and what it is the story comes out of you two.
Story time.
Vic has already been stuck, right? Vic has got stuck first, and because he's doing that face, right, that he always does. That he always does. You walk in and go, fucking hell, that looks fun. Vic, close your eyes. Let me have a go. So, what you do is you pull the hose off, and you get involved on the other side. But unlike real world, this is like a giant Chinese finger trap. So you both put your bits in there, and it's gone like that. And you both.
Well, I'll
stood
tell you
there.
what, Liz, if you can't rub one out to that, there's nothing else you can do.
Moving
Make sure
swiftly
you
on.
close
Thank
that
you very
basement
much,
door.
Liz.
Next question.
Bill Richards writes in, the Lord of Dragons, older than time itself. My question is, what separates really high-quality vape gear from high-end and overpriced?
Oh.
Vic to answer first, as I'm feeling kind.
Well, thank you very much, Bill, good sir. What was the question again?
Isn't that nice of him? As if you fucking...
My question is, what separates really high-quality vape gear from high-end and overpriced?
What separates real high quality vape gear from high end and overpriced?
What a lovely question. What was it?
Overpriced. So there is that. It doesn't
fucking
matter.
love Vic.
It doesn't matter what we answer this. I'm going to piss off people, right? Overpriced is when you get some European mod maker that churns out half a dozen mods, has a waiting list that's as long as your fucking arm, usually on a Facebook group, and they're charging 700, 800, 1,000 euros for a mod that would cost other people like Turnwood FX or like Stuart over at Vape Smarter a quarter of that cost to produce. That's overpriced. What separates high end from good quality?
Diamonds.
Well, there's diamonds. But that's a tougher one to answer, because high end and good quality doesn't go hand in hand. You've got something like this, which is the G-Class V2. Ignore the paint stripping one that I got before, right? A lot of people class this as high end, but some people don't. Like Jay Hayes. Jay Hayes does not consider Yee high end. He considers it overpriced. But other people like me do consider the G2 high end because it's it's not overpriced, because it's more expensive. The whole thing of being overpriced being high end and being good quality. It's the good quality and high end that you get mixed up. Overpriced.
The thing is, the new Yeehee stuff isn't as expensive as the old.
The old stuff was really fucking expensive.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, the G-Class V1, the original one, that was a pricey fucking mod. But
It's all right. Solar panels all the way, brother.
Controversial answer is controversial.
Yeah, but if you look at like something like you've got that what were they called? Something skull, weren't they? Frankenfurter.
Oh, the Franken skull thing.
So they were made out of plastic. They were 3D printed, and they were going out for a right pretty penny. But you could buy two, say, Hadrons, something from Steam.
You can buy a fucking 3D printer for price on it.
You've got
your own.
Do your own.
You just have to give me out a 3D printer.
He's got one. It's behind him. No, that's your channel. Fucking hell, we're getting confused now. The thing is if it's decent quality, like Steam Crave, the quality from them has always been spot on.
Always been spot on.
And reasonably priced as well. If you're going more high, sort of like mid-end, like you'd say. But some of these. But then if you start talking about Vape Smarter, Geppetto mods and things like that,
Geppetto's high end and overpriced.
So, controversial answer is controversial. I am a firm believer that most kits coming out now, and I only say most, not all kits, are quality, high quality gear. Right?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Because don't get me wrong, right? You nailed it when you said high end and overpriced, and high end and good quality always gets confused. And good quality, we've got kits nowadays that come out that'll do exactly the same thing as a wonderfully crafted cottage industry stabilized wood piece of kit that has taken someone hours and hours of artistry and artisan work to make pretty.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion,
you have to explain all them big words to Sean, you know.
So you pay for craft. So if someone stands there, let's put it this way: Turnwood FX, the wonderful Scott Bonner, right, spends his time on a lathe making mods, right? You're not paying for the mod; you're paying for the craftsmanship that goes into it. I appreciate that. Now, when you get mass-produced, as we've seen and as you've said about 3D printed mods that came out on a whim, 3D printers there, Sean, it's still there. 3D printed mods that have literally been put on CAD and just gone, poop, there you go.
Yeah.
That's one done. 300 quid, 350, 400, 450. That's no craftsmanship. There's no craftsmanship whatsoever, right? I believe good quality can be any price. High end, you're paying for craftsmanship. You're paying for the work that's being done.
I'd go with that.
100%. It's like you can pay £300 for a kit for a setup. You can pay 300 quid for a setup. If that setup, once you get it, you put a build in it, you put a setup, put your batteries in it. It don't work how you want it to work. Then it's overpriced.
Yeah.
It's overpriced for what you fucking paid for it. Because if you're gonna go out and pay 300 quid for a kit that doesn't fucking work how you wanted it to work, then it's overpriced. But when it comes to, there's a lot of companies out there that are kind of classed as overpriced and stuff like that. I'm not being funny. If you work on a brand, if you work on a brand and you get your brand at that point where you can put your own label on it, your own price tag, then it's only overpriced if it don't fucking work.
Well, you've got to look at that, like a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah,
you could get a bag for life. It'll do the same thing. It'll carry all your stuff around for it. All right, it's not as stylish and it doesn't look as good, and you aren't going to get that recognition of your stylish thoughts. Which for me, Louis Vuitton bags look absolutely fucking terrible. If I'm honest with you,
yeah, I'm not. A
they
fan
look
of
like
them
that fleur. I can't say it.
Fleur de lis.
Fleur de lis paper.
They look shit to you, but say your missus, she'd love a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For £8,500 for me, you have a bag for life and you get it back.
Sorry,
then you could
Samantha,
get 18 hammer gods.
Samantha, I didn't mean to upset, and that's what I mean. Craftsmanship you pay for someone just mass producing 3D printed mods that look dreadful. They've got overhanging threads and everything else for stupid amounts of money. I would happily pay for craftsmanship over mass-produced crap.
Here's a classic.
So
Here's a,
like somebody like Stuart from Vape Smarter.
Yeah, exactly.
well, here's a
You know, every single mod that he's put out there is hand done.
Here's a classic example of well made, and you pay for what you get. You see me vaping in this tank since I've done the review. It doesn't look like much. This tank is technically a 7-year-old design, but this tank is selling for £100. Now, for a lot of people, that's overpriced, but for me, I think that price is fair, because the technical aspect, especially making mouth-to-lung tanks and rebuildable drippers and all that, if you get even a millimetre out of alignment, the tank's going to leak like fuck. And it's the same with mods. But the problem is, when you go past quality and high price to overpriced, that line is getting thinner and thinner and fucking thinner. And that's the big problem that the high-end market's got. You've got high-end and quality, but you've got high-end overpriced. And then on the flip side of that coin, you've got overpriced and shite.
Yeah.
Which some of them are. It's a tough one to answer, that one. Tough one to
Cracking
answer.
question.
You can go from fucking 20 quid for a fucking setup to £1,000
Oh,
in
easy.
the vape industry.
Easy.
And there's some £1,000 mods out there that are fucking shite.
Yeah.
Don't hit like they should, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then you can pay £1,000 for a mod that hits like a train. It's fucking perfect for exactly what you want. Then is that overpriced? No, it's not.
And again, you've got to think about
isn't.
That sort of question is probably more for us, the hobbyist vapor.
Yeah.
The Joe Blogs vapor out there wants a cheap setup that's going to do what he wants.
He wants a smoke kit or a Vaporesso kit. And he's happy.
Vaporesso or Spy or whatever.
A great question. Great question. I think we've got one more before the...
Yeah, there's no giveaway because there's a postage problem.
Oh, we've got a nice one then. Name Gianni, a.k.a. Norse Vapor.
Ah.
Question for
Doesn't
Adam.
matter now, nobody's listening.
All right. Bye. Karen, come back. Question for Adam. For what's that?
Oh,
behind
I
you?
see how you picked this one.
I've got another one.
Yeah,
I've got another one.
yeah. I see what's happening here.
My fucking bag. For what's that behind you? I'm going to actually lead on to
I've
this
just
one with
changed
you, Sean.
over to the YouTube page to see the viewers drop now that Vic's announced that there's no fucking giveaway.
What are your plans for an episode on Leah? Why did I fucking pick this one? Leah Sikias Penitentiary. I think it's how you spell it. It's an example. Anything related to Norway at some point is cool. As for the rest of the casters, if there was ever one thing that you have done in your life, good or bad, take that and change it. What is your greatest sin? So if you've done something good or really bad that you would like to swap, what is your greatest sin or what is your greatest win?
I wish I never started smoking.
Good shout.
Because it wrecked my fucking lungs, I know that for a start.
Penitentiaries.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell.
Penitentiaries, just to get on with that, I have started to look at some bits and pieces in Norway. I couldn't tell you what they are because I can't remember the names of them, but penitentiaries and jails are something that's quite interesting because there's a lot of stuff that happens in and around prisons, and also a lot of witness statements and things like that. So yeah, there is something planned, not for that one exactly, but I have got something planned. And as for biggest so without going too deep into past, I have children with another woman. I wish I'd have waited and had them with Jackie. That would have been my
You
greatest
stop
win.
nicking my fucking stuff, you.
I fucking tell you. What's that behind you? I'm fucking psychic. But no,
Well, no, you're definitely telepathetic.
But
Telepathetic.
I've got them polarized. I've fucking gone into your head. I've took them polarized.
Ball of rice. Ball of rice.
Oh, back on the rice. Is that rice or ice?
Ball of rice.
I'm exactly the same. The only trouble is my wife is 8 years younger than me.
My wife.
My wife. I got another one. Yeah.
This is my sister.
Oh no, I didn't like her. Yeah, Yeah, no, Louis, I wish obviously I'd held on a little bit. My daughter, I absolutely adore, Ebony. So she's 22-year-old. Don't talk very much, but yeah. I wouldn't like to get rid of the person's life, but I wish it would have not been with the woman who, for 3 years, absolutely destroyed my life. So yeah,
High five with that one, brother.
yeah.
Well, my biggest sin, I think. Tonight, mate, it's not something I like talking about because it's not something I'm proud of. But when I was a kid, kind of fell into the wrong crowd, turned into a bit of a bully, and kind of bullied the wrong person. Not so much because I ended up getting hiding, but I kind of found out a bit of background information about this person that I was kind of picking on. And his mum was very ill and shit like that, and if that is my biggest sin, 100%. If I could go back and change that, I would change it.
As a child, or even as you growing up, you do make these sort of decisions.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of
course you do. I mean, at the end of the day, I would never dream of bullying anyone. I would never dream of picking on anyone. I would never dream of saying anything bad about anyone unless they were a fucking knobhead, Karen. But you know what I mean? I just fucking wouldn't. I wouldn't now. I've grown up, but that is 100% one of my biggest regrets in my whole life is picking on this dude. We egged his house and all that kind of shit, and it ended up being at the point where I kind of stuck up for him with the people that I was
hanging around with.
Yeah. It was an awkward situation, but that is 100% my biggest sin. I'm an open book, me.
Brian Tate, I think you might have actually got what he meant wrong. Yeah. It's not that he wants to. I don't want to get rid of the children. It means that because you got to think what the question was. He was meaning more of that he wished he'd waited on, because obviously he's found his soulmate, and it happens quite a lot of times. I found mine. I mean, we've been together 18 years and married 13, 14, and it's one of the things.
Been together 4 and married 3.
Yeah,
we've got enough time for one more.
Go on, Adam, fire away. Go on,
fire away. Right, so Liz Venuto.
It's not Liz Couple K, is it? Because we might be here a while.
Oh, sorry, Leah Venuto. Sorry, I pronounced her name wrong there.
Liz rubbing another one out.
I know who that is. She's one of the reporters for The Guardian.
Your top pick TV show that you are currently watching?
Oh, that's easy. HBO's The Last of Us.
I haven't started it yet.
That is a fucking it's only 2 episodes in, and it's a fucking phenomenal show. Pedro Pascal, what a fucking actor. Wow.
I've actually just started. I never finished it, and I feel like a really bad geek. But I never finished it. I've just finished Mandalorian and started on Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, so Boba Fett is absolutely great. I'm Mandalorian.
Yeah, so I
Vic, what you fucking doing, mate?
I honestly, I'm a really bad geek, and I'm sorry, but I've just finished Mandalorian, and I'm currently on Book of Boba Fett. So yeah.
Boba Fett. How far are you in with Boba Fett?
Oh, literally in the first episode.
It takes a while to build up, but it's a fun series. It's a fun series.
Who
There's
knew?
an art in every story.
Who knew? Who knew? Sorry, I love that. That was brilliant. Who knew that the fat green blob had family?
I don't know what you're talking about because I don't like Star Wars.
So this is where my Uber geek comes in, because unfortunately,
you like delivering?
I was a massive. I was a massive expanded canonical universe fan before they ended it when the Disney took over.
Oh,
so the Crystal Star and things like that, the original storyline that followed on from after Star Wars was absolutely incredible. Since they changed it all and decided to use what they wanted and not use what they didn't and everything else, that's what kind of put me off Mandalorian, because I thought I seen Grogu and I was kind of like, Yoda's a special. Yeah, but at the time, Yoda was special.
at him.
George
Look
Lucas
at
only
him.
ever wanted one.
That's so cute.
But yeah,
Oh.
If anybody was thinking about what the green thing that I run about, is obviously I'm on about Jabba the Hutt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jabba. Oh, that's right, because, I fucking
yeah.
remember
Just
now.
tell me. Just tell me it's all right.
Yeah, it's really good. That I really
It's
like
really
that. Mine is Oak Island. I absolutely love Oak Island.
Curse
I haven't
Oak
seen that
Island.
yet. Haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, Oak Island. It's been out for absolute years. They're on 10th
know,
season and they
I
still
know.
keep finding iron, but it's still fun to watch. And it's that typical American thing as well.
He's
where they
such a
have
good
that-
salesman for the program.
It is, yeah. Obviously, Nova Scotia, New Scotland.
What the fuck does that mean? Nova Scotia.
New
Nova
Scotland.
Scotia is the place in America.
It's
Is it?
Yeah, it's an island. But
if
it's
you want
really,
the
really good. It's one of my little what me and Lou watch. Also on YouTube.
Guys, Wood
yeah.
said thanks for the spoiler, Aiden.
D&J Projects, they build fences and they run a thing in Nottingham, which we love watching that. And also Beard Meats Food.
Oh, I love Beard Meats Food.
Ah, I see. I
See,
watched that.
I was gonna go with The Last of Us. Obviously, everyone knows I'm into zombies and horror and all that shit and gaming. I have started watching The Last of Us. I haven't actually played the games.
The
You know,
games
the
were
games
fun.
are really good.
The games
I haven't
were
actually
a lot
played
of
the
fun.
games, no, because I've never been a PlayStation gamer. I was always Xbox or PC. Wait, now PC. But what I will go for, because Vic stole my answer because he's a dick. What I'll go for is it's a program that's been around for a long time, and I've been watching it when I've been going to bed because it's quiet. Because I'm not allowed to put really loud things on when I go to bed.
Was it subtitles?
No, it's quiet. It's Jack Whitehall Travels with My Father.
Oh, them
Been
two go
watching
really
that.
well, don't
Oh my
yeah.
god, it is hilarious. It is funny as fuck. And it's not about the comedy that Jack Whitehall brings through it. It's his dad. His
Yeah.
dad is funny as fuck.
they? He's deadpan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's hilarious. Honestly, I've been watching that and I've really enjoyed it. I've just finished it yesterday, and the last episode, the best of, where they go to a cinema and they're sitting there, and it was quite emotional. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So, like, on the same sort of thing of what you just said, what would be the worst sort of, like, pairing of, like, father and son doing it? Like Hitler and his dad.
Probably me and Reese.
Hitler and his dad off to Greece or something. Very bad one.
Hitler and his dad visit England.
No, you don't have to keep with Hitler. I was just saying a bad man. Or somebody. You don't have to be a bad man.
I'm trying to think.
It'd be like Barrymore and his mum going to pool cleaning.
I like how you held that one. You went.
What about Putin and Zelensky go to a Gordon Ramsay
No,
restaurant?
that's not his mum, is it? Or his dad.
Might as well be. Let's just do that one. Fuck it. No one else is coming up with mother and sons or father and.
I'm trying to think, and my mind just went
Yeah, I'm
fucking
trying to
blank.
think.
My mind just went blank.
Okay, we'll leave that one there then.
Yeah, Aiden, you fucked it up. Yeah.
Well done.
Hang your head in shame. It's a shit question. From now on, Aiden is banned from Caster's questions.
I thought I came up with two really good ones.
You did. You did.
The other
you
ones I
tried-
can't even say live.
The thing is, you tried your best. all that
Mate, I tell you
that's all
now,
that matters.
if I could get away with what I was going to say, we'd all. Shut
You get a sticker.
Oh yeah, from the dentist.
So should we wrap this up, fellas?
Yes. Yes.
Because we're like
Yeah.
fucking 11:10. So we'll pick on Aiden.
I knew that was coming. Big love to everybody in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been another fun show. I think what we've done about 4, 5 in a row, 6 in a row.
Something like that.
We're smashing this shit.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're doing really well.
Fucking smashing.
Big love. Yeah, Parkinson is still alive. He's alive.
I know.
Okay, what a great brother. He killed off Parkinson. The worst thing about it, he just got a pen from him.
The worst thing about him, mate, is that Parkinson's not very well.
He's not looking good. He's not looking good.
No, he's not. He didn't look very good when I saw it.
He's
But
not very well.
he's been dead for years.
He's just got a carriage clock and a pen from him. I don't know what his problem is. Big love to everybody. Look after yourself. Make sure you come and join 3 Men and a Vape show on a Wednesday. It's always a good old giggle. Look after yourself and big love. Good night.
That was Aidan on to Adam from What's That Behind You.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for writing into the post bag. Honestly, as you've seen, we've had very, very, very good questions tonight, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get round to them all. But honestly, you've been
It's all
amazing.
your fault, Adam.
It's all my fault. I'm just I'm just a terrible person. You know what's even worse is I watched the Orgasm Guy on Saturday Night Live. If you've ever seen it, it's an incredible video with
Make sure you hit the link up for Liz.
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider walks into a room and he is the Orgasm Guy. It's really funny. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all the spanners for keeping us safe and warm. Because who knows what's behind you, and it's not a 3D printer, it's a dickhead. But thank you very much.
There's no dickheads in here, mate.
No,
I'm in a shed all by myself.
You lot are safe because the spanners have kept us safe. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone in chat for being brilliant. And do you know what? You've all been active, and that's really, really nice to see, with some great questions and some great input.
It's less than I am with my wife.
If you haven't already, head yourself over to What's That Behind You. I've just released episode 1 of my podcast series, which is a little bit more free-flowing and a little bit more relaxed. But ladies and gentlemen, good night.
That was Adam on to Sean Grizz, who's now broken.
Fuck's sake, man.
What I couldn't get is that you couldn't grasp the fucking question. It's like Mussolini and his dad going to a pizzeria. That's what
Yeah, well, so fuck. I just picked 2 people that I didn't want to put together. That would be worse together than anyone else on this earth.
Please.
Come on, son.
Wait, come on, let's get it on.
Think
now.
about it. See, you've extended me goodbye again. It's always your fault. It's always your fault. You're a knob.
The thing about it, come on, it's like same as you with the Hoover. Come on.
The Hoover. The Hoover.
It's the Hoover Dam.
It's like it's the Hoover. No, thank you so much, everyone in chat. You've been epic. Like everyone else has said. Thank you very much to Spanners. We've had a couple of knobs tonight, but it happens. It happens.
Was that with or without the Hoover?
No, that was before the Hoover, mate. That was before the Hoover. But this weekend on Sunday we are going to be doing the 100th show on the Vape Misfits. We are going to have some guests on and stuff like that, which I haven't even spoke to guests yet. But it's going to happen. I know these guys. I love them. They'll come on. But anyway. Big love, people. And always remember, fuck, shit, and monkey tits. And I love the Queen.
Yes, and Parky will be there soon.
Parkinson's coming.
And Parkinson is still alive, 100%. Poor fucker.
The best thing was when Mark phoned him up, he went, Parky, have you seen Elvis live? He went, no, never. He says, you will do soon.
He didn't. He said, Parky, have you seen Elvis live? Watch that instead of 3 Men and a Vape, mate.
It's the same sort of thing, just deadpan.
And that's it for episode 335, 334. 335's next week, 334. Big thanks to Mr. Sean Grizz, Mr. Aidan, Little Bro Vapes, Mr. Adam from What's That Behind You.
Oh my god.
And of course to the wonderful spanners in chat. We will see you all next week for episode 335
I
of
just arrived.
the UK's #1 vape show, the UK Vape Show. That's it from us. See you next week. Bye.
Finger wings.